The final word.
The final word.
The final word. The final word draft show. What's up, everybody?
Back in the building.
Ooh-wee.
Yep. The final word.
I know everybody's feeling real good.
Yes, sir. Yep.
We ain't had a week like this. Oh man, when was the last time? I can't remember.
Man.
1900.
I might have been a kid. Bro.
Y'all might not been born.
Right.
They gonna put us out of business.
That's fine.
The final word.
I like that pig. That's okay.
That's okay.
They
Do
ain't
something
talking
else.
in the public. Oh, it's just
Right.
so.
Be quiet.
Ooh. You could just
Actually, don't
The
show your
final
hand.
word.
What? That's actually don't show your hand. That's what's up. That's what you're supposed to do.
The final word.
Man,
That pressure.
that pressure. Yes, it is. It is much pressure.
Yep.
We say Jerry over Howie.
What? What? What my yoga flames?
Yoga
Hey,
fire.
How he put that pressure on The him though.
Oh,
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 No, big. He did.
Yes,
No, he did.
word.
The
Yes,
final word.
he
The
did. All
right, so let's talk about this real quick before we kick off the show.
Definitely.
Did Philly not have to go all in to keep up with Dallas last year?
Yes, they did.
Okay,
The final
so
word.
we put pressure on them. Is not Dallas 8-3 as long as Dak is the starter?
No, I feel you on that, but at the same time, we got complacent a little bit last year. We got
I agree with
they
that.
closed the gap.
But when
I can't fight that.
that's what I'm saying. They flipped it and put the pressure back on Dallas. So Dallas is like, okay.
The final word.
I mean, just look at when they drafted Jordan Davis. We drafted a tackle. We're watching each other.
As we should. I can't fight that.
Hey,
But Boss is right though. They went all out. They went all out to keep up.
This is the damn deal.
The final word.
We started the pressure.
Your cars.
I'll take that because I'm a Cowboy.
No doubt. But if how we get Zeke, would you be backpedaling like Deion Sanders?
Hell,
Oh, I would respect
Hell,
it.
I'm talking about
I would respect it.
ain't
I
nobody
would.
worried
I
about
would be
that,
like,
fool.
okay,
Ain't nobody
okay.
worried about that. I'm not worried about that at all. The final word.
The final
I would be so mad at
If
Zeke
you're
too. I
signed-
would
if
be
you're
mad.
signed-
The final word.
Yeah, because
What's
the
up,
only
OC?
reason why Zeke would go
The
there is just to
final
talk
word.
trash. It's It's just just
final
to prove to
word.
Dallas that he
final
still got it.
word.
Why else would
The
you go? Go to
final
Cincinnati. It's a
word.
better spot for you to go.
Okay.
It is. You'll be worshipped. If he goes to Cincinnati, you're in Ohio, they worship you at Ohio State, you'll actually probably get some good playing time. You'll actually probably have 2 good years. Yeah, you
And he gonna get that
definitely
15 back too. He gonna get that 15
do it.
back.
No.
Get that 15.
If you go to
Zeke.
Philly, you're just trying to prove a point.
Well, he is 8-3 versus Philly.
Right.
Come on, dog. That don't even make no sense for him to go to Philly. And ain't nobody scared if he do.
Y'all give me 1 second.
Nobody's
Final
scared
word.
if he
Let's get it.
does. Bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye.
The final word.
Lately I just wanna run it up. Count a check or something. I've been really in the field, let up, yeah. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to
And if it was up to me, if it was up to little old me to make a pick, it would probably go a little something like this. And with the 17th pick of the 2020 Dallas Cowboys NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select CeeDee Lamb. Oh,
Let's go. Let's go, baby.
Give me my theme music. Let's go.
I will move down.
The smart thing would be to move down, but the Cowboys historically don't.
Boss could be a trade down here with Justin. We got to trade. We got to trade. We got to trade.
I said this is the place to move.
We were just sitting here talking Justin Fields.
I said it loud and clear. This is the place to move down.
Go hard, go home, go hard, go home, go hard, go home, go hard, go home. Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, go home, go.
I love Parsons as a rush defensive end, right? If you draft him and you put him on the end, turn him into another DeMarcus Ware. Let him rush the quarterback, get upfield, and create damage to the other opposing offense.
We got the pick.
Man, here it is.
We got the pick.
Yeah, this gotta be Parsons. Like, Parsons the best player available.
Go home. Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head, I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, now you're looking man down. Funny how foes turn to friends now.
So the Cowboys just selected Jake
Kansas
Ferguson
State,
with
the
pick
deep
129. Hey, I'm good. I love the pick. I love the player. I know that a lot of people will say that this is probably a reach. This is about where I had Jake Ferguson. Really solid player from Wisconsin. He can do all of it. He can block. He can run routes. He can actually make people miss in the open field.
Have a race car like a Atari now. Call filling up, I need product again. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Do me wrong, might fly on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich. I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, go home, go hard, go hard, go home, go hard, go home, go hard, go home. Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, go home, go hard, go home.
Yeah. Yeah, so hi, yeah, man. Welcome to another draft show, man. So this one we gonna be talking about some interesting stuff. So we gonna talk about whether we should move up, stay put, or move down. And we're gonna talk about some more stuff other than that. But before we kind of get into it, I wanted to kind of show y'all something. It was kind of based off last week, but I want to kind of maybe bring another layer to it, if I may. Y'all give me 1 second to pull this up. Just real quick. Just want to kind of show y'all something. Because I've been thinking about this. Y'all give me 1 second.
It's a minute.
I know, bro. I should have had this ready. I'm over here being super weak right now.
Yeah,
I
it's
know
old
that.
Murphy Law, man.
And thanks for not helping me out, J-Tuck. J-Tuck.
Thanks
for not helping me, dog.
I was gonna raise the instrumental, just ride. You know what I'm saying?
I know, we good. I can't. Oh, here we go.
Everybody out there in the chat, man.
So I'm gonna just jump on it like this. I'm gonna just do it ugly style, freestyle for now. So we got two options right now. That's what I see, right? This is what I'm seeing as our options for right now. As of today, if we started the season today, this is what our offensive line look like.
I got put yeah, hit that button, Law. Hit it another again.
Yes, indeed. I got you on that one, man.
See, sometimes a picture is the only thing that can paint it, right? Like, but when you put it together and look like, bro, how is Talco not first on the list?
Well, I would say the only way it wouldn't be first on the list is because Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones has come out and said they expect Terrence Steele to be ready by camp.
by camp.
But that could be
Yeah,
cap.
but I don't believe that. I don't mean to jump in there, but I don't believe that, Tuck, because that's why they went and re-signed Tyron Smith, because I believe they re-signed Tyron Smith, keep Tyler Smith at left tackle, because Bobby Belt said that they were keeping Tyler Smith at left tackle and using Tyron Smith as the flex guy, as the swing. So to me, that's telling me that Terrence Steele is not going to be ready, and they gave that heavy incentive contract based on playing time to Tyron Smith, probably because you're going to make a little bit of money, because you're probably going to be playing right tackle again until Terrence Steele comes back.
$17 million is a lot of money, right? But I see and I feel with what you guys are saying. Tyron Smith, he's not going to go out without a fight. Now, speculations are always speculations before OTAs and training camp, but this is a glaring hole. And we heard the Jones family before say, yeah, they expect Gallup to be back before the start of the season, right? They expect even Damone Clark to be back, but those are things that we would have to make concessions for. I think that the Cowboys would be wise to go ahead and either do two more things: draft a legitimate tackle or go into the free agency after the draft to pick up a veteran guy. Outside of that, this is a lose-lose situation. If you roll out there with a Joshua Ball, I don't want to see that world.
Yeah, or Matt Lewisco, because I don't think people seeing it, Law. I don't think people kind of putting it together that we already starting the season on a Band-Aid offensive line. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like
and not to cut you off, but you got a whole new philosophy. You got Mike Solari, who's going to be bringing in a different type of philosophy. So how long would that take for Terrence Steele to get together on that? Offensive line, all five guys got to be on the same page. And that is a situation that I'm weary about, by the way. But go ahead.
Yeah, DMV, what's your thoughts on that, big dog? Oh, DMV, your audio out.
I got him.
Damn!
Tuck, what's your thoughts? Wait!
Damn!
Hold on, this might be me, dog. I think I'm the bad guy on some of these dudes. Hold on, let me go. Yeah, hold on real quick. Go, Tuck.
Hold on, I'm out too?
No, it was me, bro. I got you back, bro. It was me.
I was gonna say, damn. I was gonna say, no, it's a good conversation topic that we had last week, and that's what I love most about rocking with you guys on this show is that there's no egos. Because honestly, I wasn't even looking at the tackle position like that as a first round option. But then once we started having the conversation, it started making a lot more sense, especially after we brought in Cooks and also Gilmore. So, I'm definitely considering tackle as an option, or if not tackle, at least guard, because that's the one thing we got to solidify, y'all. It's in the trenches in that offensive line. 2 playoff years, back-to-back years, we've been punished in the trenches by San Francisco, the offensive line. And like Law just said, there's always been this inconsistency, shuffling, hustling, moving this guy around, so many different lineups. It's finally time that the Cowboys get some continuity. If Terrence still isn't going to be able to start at the beginning of the season, by all means, you want to get somebody that can step in, play that right tackle or left tackle position that can hold us afloat until Terrence returns fully healthy, so you ain't got to rush him.
Yeah. And then DMV, let me try you one more time, big dog. DMV.
All right, can you hear me right now?
You good?
All right, cool. So I totally agree with everybody and what y'all are saying. One thing that there is one option that we could look at too, though, because one of the things that we looked at when we started talking about draft, we talked about the guard class. We talked about the guard free agents. While Connor McGovern is gone, there was still a plethora of guards still out there.
Yep.
So after
Will
the draft,
Hernandez
might
went for cheap. Will Hernandez went for real cheap. Just to echo you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So after the draft, if we don't get the tackle or guard that we really want, there's a guard class that we could possibly, go after. So that's an option as well. But I echo all of the sentiments that everybody else talked about.
And we did just bring in the guard too. So
what'd you say, Tuck?
We did just bring in the guard. What's his name? Law just did the film on him. What's his name? Chuma. Yeah. So and he played a little bit.
Yeah, but he's gonna be a career backup. He's not gonna be a starter.
Starter. Okay.
Edoga, yeah. He's positional flex guy, tackle in / guard. He got good hand placement. I don't know his strength levels of when you look back at his tape. We will allow my guy, the OC, when he come in to go over that part of it. But he can redirect. He can get in the way, and he's a low center of gravity guy when he plays guard or what have you. But he's not the end all be all. He is more so, like you said, boss, a Band-Aid.
Yeah, I see him as a Band-Aid, and one of the main reasons I think we definitely should look at tackle even more because I'm always looking at the CBS list, and then we gonna move to the next point that's gonna stem off of this list, right? When I go look at this list, and I can't see y'all comments right now, so if y'all saying something, I can't see it right now. But when you go look at the list of people that's sitting there, even at 26 directly is one of Tuck and I's. You know, because me and Tuck talked about what would be a good guy for 26. And Tuck sent me real quick. He said, Anton Harrison, which is also one of my top guys who's sitting directly at 26 from the CBS list. But then you got Darnell Wright, right? Then you got, you know, if you go above him, you can even see Osiris, which can still help. It's a lot of quality talent that's obviously sitting there right around 26. And then Broderick Jones, a hybrid guard / tackle. Deontay Banks, same thing, you know. And then one of my personal favorites, the OC not too high on him, is DeJuan Jones and Matthew Bergeron, you know, which is obviously DMV's guy. So it's just one of those things that makes sense. So let me go around and I want to ask everybody this question. I'm gonna start with let's start with you, Law. Is there anybody that you will move up for, or would you want to stay put, or would you rather move down? Is there anybody that you would want to potentially move up for?
Man, the draft got so many layers. It's a twofold situation there. I would stay put and just go get your guy. The craziest thing about it is if you move back, you could lose a guy. And every time I ran the simulator, right, the only person at 58 was Matthew Bergeron. All of those other guys, tackles,
they get
guards, they're gone. They get wiped out. As many of times we run it, and when we run it tonight, you will see in the second round, they get wiped out. Matthew Bergeron is the only one that's standing tall. So if you want to get cute, is what I say, if you move back a few spots, and maybe you can still get a Darnell White. Maybe you can still get my guy, DeJuan Jones, you know, from Ohio State, and fit right on in, and you won't have to worry about getting, you know, reaching too fast for him at the 26th spot. But I would say just go ahead, rip the Band-Aid off, and just go ahead and pick the guy that you really want. And then that tackle will be DeJuan Jones. I think that he's the right tackle, fit right on in, and then you can play musical chairs, whatever, with the guard spot what we already have.
Big. Would you move up, or is there anybody that you would possibly move up for? Let me show you this list again, because I don't want to rush you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to.
Oh, you ain't gonna rush me because I ain't moving up for nobody.
You ain't moving up for nobody? No, none.
Nope.
Nobody.
No, don't have to.
Okay.
We don't have to. I think we're in a good spot, especially with this free agency that we've done and the trades that they did. The 26th spot is a good spot now for me, in my opinion, because like I said, there's going to be some guys. I feel like there's going to be some surprise guys there at 26. I think there are going to be some guys that we don't think are going to be there at 26, just like we saw with CeeDee Lamb, the way it fell. And we've seen it in tons of drafts where this guy is supposed to be right here and then he drops 10, 15 spots. It can definitely happen again. So why would I move up? Stay where I'm at. I hear what you're saying about moving down. But like Law said, you possibly, the way that board falls, when one player falls, they all start falling like dominoes. So you could take the threat of I move back, but now that guy was kind of looking at, he could be gone now. Maybe two other guys I like, they gone. So now we like, oh, okay. So do we reach now? You get what I'm saying? So yeah. I wonder about us reaching now, because we maybe lost a couple guys because we moved down. Now we reaching to kind of save face. That's why I said 26 is good. I think whoever they really kind of want, I mean, I'm not saying they really want, but I just feel like there'll be a good selection regardless at 26, whether it's a tackle, whether it's an edge, whether it's a receiver. There's going to be guys that they have on their board that are going to be there at 26 for them to pick from, in my opinion.
So Tuck and then V, who was y'all moving up for anybody?
Yeah, there's a few people I would move up. And the reason why I would move up, especially if you're trying to aim for the tackle position, because if Paris and Peter go earlier than kind of expected, they go kind of top 10, then the next pillar of tackles are going to go fairly quickly when we're talking about Harrison and also Wright. So you could run into a situation where even if they're sliding a little bit, you might get leapfrog because people have a high premium value for offensive tackle. So we kind of saw that last year as well, because it was like three or four before Tyler happened in last year's class. So if you have Peter and Paris go top 10-ish, maybe top 12-ish, it could make one of those teams kind of in that 15, 18, 19 range to go offensive tackle as well. And then you're kind of going for tackle at the back half. So that would be one of my reasons, just from an offensive standpoint, why I would move up. And then if you have a high profile, like, Dylan Carter might slide, or defensive tackle that might slide a little bit, then I would consider moving up. I wouldn't do anything drastic, like jump from 26 to 15 or something like that. But if you got to move up 3 or 4 picks, I would absolutely do it, because I'm a big proponent of go get your guy. So if Anton Harrison's the guy that's next up on your board and that's what you really want, just go get him and don't let it risk the chance, because there's been so many times Cowboys fans have been leapfrog. There's a guy that's been high on our board and we got sniped. We got sniped with Trayvon Moorick, and then we also got sniped last year with Trey McBride. Don't let that happen again. Go get your guy and get up out of there.
But you know what, Tuck? But we being quiet. But I'm just saying. But we being quiet now, Tuck. We ain't talking as much, so that's why I feel a little bit better. Because a lot of times Dallas will show their hands in their draft about who we were possibly getting. And now we're being a lot more quiet and we're being a lot more hushy. So that's why I could go a little bit in our favor. You feel me? Maybe this year, because like between most years, they're being quiet about who they really want to touch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I feel like the one thing what happened with Andrew Voorhees, who was going to be pretty much a first round pick of the guard, with him having his injury. Okay, so that's a guard's kind of being removed. So they might replace that with a tackle. You know what I'm saying? Because we saw last year, like I said before we start the show, with Cole Strange. Cole Strange were earlier than expected from the guard position as well. So if things kind of get a little bit wonky and teams start reaching for offensive players, especially offensive linemen, I just wouldn't risk it, because I feel like if you missed out on Washington and also Harrison, then you might be kind of reaching at the tackle position at the 26th pick. Personally.
Me personally, I think I understand what Tuck is saying, but for me, I think where we are right now, you can afford to be patient. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of let the options play out. If the tackles kind of go, you can have a backup plan where you have guards that I know that they feel comfortable with getting. It might seem like more of a Tyler Smith situation this year, and maybe you sit there, maybe you move back, maybe you get a Steve Avila or somebody like that, and you keep Tyler at the left tackle. And I know for a fact that they believe that Steve can come in and be a plug and play guy at the left guard. So I think that you have your options there. If it's up to me, really, I'm more towards leaning to move back than I am moving up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's only if you got multiple players that you really like at that spot. You can maybe move up, get you another second round pick or something like that, and get another player. But that's how I stand right now.
Yeah, and what the chime in with DMV said, if your focus is guard, then I would probably stay put. I feel like you have to have a little bit more sense of urgency with the tackles, because the tackle class isn't that deep. You know what I'm saying? So, but it just all depends. I don't know what their focus is. If they want to focus on guard, like Steve Avila and some of those other guys will be available. But if you're trying to aim for a tackle, it's kind of a gamble with this class.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys being that aggressive of moving around, moving up, I think that's not part of their DNA. And I would say this right here, egos and ratings. I think those two things marry each other for the Jones family, because they're going to look back at it and say, hey, less than 4 years ago, we had an undrafted guy that's a premium spot right now, and his name is Terrence Steele. We can probably do that again. And on top of that, I think that they're going to sit right there where they at and pick, because you only got one day on the first day, and all of the ratings are going to be waiting to watch who the Cowboys going to pick and grade them. You know how those day one grades on all of that? It's going to be there. So the Cowboys going to either sit still at 26 or just pick at 26 because I just have a feeling that that's what they're going to do. They're not going to even move
I'm kind
back.
of feeling a mixture of what everybody talked about. I really sat back and listened to everybody. And at first, I'm going to be honest, I was kind of leaning on move down. But when it comes to the Pacific hold that we're looking at right now, I think Tuck, right, you want to get your guy. And it also depends, if I'm looking at this list, it depends on how they're grading the tackles. You know what I mean? So if they grading Antoine Harrison close to Broderick Jones and let's say DeJuan Jones, all of them kind of together, then I will move down. Right. Maybe one spot, 2 spots. That's it. Yeah. Because I'm grading them all the same. I see them like whoever is available out of those 3, I'm going to take the best of those and I'm going to, obviously sign them up with Duke and we go run our plan to try to get this offensive line fully repaired. Because at that time, the offensive line would then be fully repaired. So I guess it would be like Tuck said, how the draft plays out, right? To where we sitting there at 25 and 4 tackles sitting right there. Now, it is one guy I would move up for, though. One. Okay.
Who that be?
This is likely ain't gonna happen, but it's one. If for some crazy reason, Peter.
Oh, yeah.
I'm moving up to get him, bro. He not go slip. He's unanimous. right. He's unanimous, but he could because Ryan Ramczyk, remember? He had a top 15 grade and he slipped past Dallas and we picked up Taco over Ryan. So there are miracle drafts.
I like that pick.
Well, let me ask you this though. And Skoronski is nice. But if you go back and click on his comp and it's Jonah Williams, he is requesting to be traded out of Cincinnati. What's your thoughts?
I don't know enough about Jonah Williams. So you might have to school me on that. I ain't gonna fake the funk.
Well, what I'm saying, do any of you guys know about Jonah Williams or not?
Not familiar.
Not familiar with him. Well, I mean, he is
Law
a guy
stumping
that's
everybody up in this pace.
I know, man.
Coming here, law, coming church. Y'all know who that is? Oh, y'all.
You don't know?
You don't know who that is?
Oh, you ain't caught up? You ain't ready now? Hell no. So y'all don't know? Oh, y'all don't know?
All 3 of y'all don't know. All 3
of y'all, you don't know about him, But what I'll say is that, he was a guy that was flexed over to left tackle and they want to squeeze him back over to right tackle over there. Now, of course, Cincinnati is not known for their offensive linemen because they've been bottom half of the league or what have you. But what I'm saying is that there could be a lot of deals that go down in the draft or what have you, draft day trades. So just be mindful of that. But I don't think that there's enough blood for the Cowboys to do that in a trade situation or scenario. So I think that the Cowboys would just stay put at that 26th spot. And that's all I'm going to say.
Okay. All right. I feel you on that. So I want to talk about something real quick also, like these rumors that's kind of been sitting out there.
There's lots of them. We know that.
Let's talk about this one. I want to talk about this one.
Damn.
Yeah, Law was late on that one, DMV. He was late. Law was late as hell on that. He was late for that one. Yeah, we was waiting for that.
The QB in the first for what, bro?
Tripping. Y'all tripping.
If somebody want to come up and get a QB and give us a whole bunch for a QB, all right, come and get the QB. But what we need to draft one for? What we need to draft a QB for, bro?
You ain't even gonna get a good one at 26.
Right, I'm about to say, what QB you want out of this class?
Who you gonna get at 26? They're gonna be gone.
Yeah, and if you want that QB, point me to the game film that you like of that QB. Point me to the game film.
Well, the draft is always a strange lady or a fickle process because Lamar.
Well, they are intrigued
Jackson,
by CJ Stroud.
Yeah. But Lamar Jackson fell all the way to the 27th spot, and a lot of people was like, "Hey, remember we drafted LVE over Lamar Jackson." So if there's a situation and scenario that the Cowboys covered a certain quarterback and he falls to the 26th spot, then lo and behold, there could be, dare I say, a quarterback drafted in the first round. But to me, I think that the Dallas Cowboys, as far as their assessment and things that leaked out as far as quarterbacks that they wanted, Paxton Lynch and beyond, I don't want them to do it, because it could be one of those situations.
They wanted Johnny Manziel, bro. Come on, get out of here.
Johnny Manziel.
No.
Right.
I don't trust this organization to go ahead and get a first-round quarterback for one.
Right.
But hey,
Yeah.
that's where I'm at.
Give me Devon Jones, man. Just go and give me.
Which one they think? Which one's the rumor linked to? It has to be Will Levis because the other ones ain't getting the 26.
Yeah, Will.
Right.
It would be Will.
Will Levis.
He ain't dropping because the coach love him.
Hell no. Where that girl at?
Oh, hell no.
Right. That's
You want
Tim Couch
answers?
too.
It's
That's
all
Tim
fake
Couch
news.
part two.
It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
Tanner McKee, baby. Tanner McKee.
All right, West Coast say, what would Jerry do?
What would Jerry do?
Yeah, he said, what would Jerry do? Yeah, on this rumor, draft a quarterback. What would Jerry do?
Play around with it.
Get your damn act together.
Hey, Steven, to jack his ass up. Steven, to jack him up. What you doing? What you gonna hit me, Steven?
That's too much money. What? That's money.
I paid first money for that quarterback.
But Tuck say I ain't even got nothing to say on that rumor.
I didn't know who the hell dropped that rumor.
Well,
here's what we can do, though.
Seeing it, just keeping it real.
Jordan Love was drafted in the first round, and it was the later rounds, right? So the guy that coached that guy is in the building, right? So I wouldn't leave it out of the possibilities that the Cowboys will draft a quarterback with the 26th spot. I'm leaving no stone unturned. I know for sure. I'm thinking philosophy. I'm looking at this draft under principles. Draft core, whether it's on the defensive side or the offensive side. I get it. A lot of rumors. They sell clicks or what have you. But the Cowboys, they're not going to draft a quarterback at the 26th spot.
I don't see them doing it because, see, the moves that they making are all-in moves. This is the most aggressive we's all. Listen, me and Big, all of us, we singing Kumbaya. My boy Big, he ain't drunk the Kool-Aid.
Oh, yeah.
He done pulled out the picture, though. He got the sugar ready. He got the water. He put it on the counter. He put it on the counter.
This is what I done. This is what I did. I just got the container. Yeah. I got the Kool-Aid packet sitting there. The Kool-Aid packet's just sitting right there. They ain't open yet.
It's the red Kool-Aid. You got the red Kool-Aid packet.
It's red Kool-Aid. Some of this red Kool-Aid like a motherfucker, dog. You know that red Kool-Aid tastes good. It might be a mix of it. You know, got the mix with the red and purple. It might be just but sitting there. I'm looking at it. I'm staring at it.
Yeah. So if me and Big done already see, I done drunk the Kool-Aid. I done already been full-fledged.
Yeah, you drunk as hell. You drunk as hell.
You
drunk as hell off the Kool-Aid.
Shit, I'm drunk. I done put out what? I'm talking cash money, bro. I'm talking about we supposed to win the Super Bowl. And I'm
he said Super Bowl. Yeah, he said Super Bowl.
Not get there, win it. And there's nothing wrong with saying that.
There's something wrong with that. Psych, no.
I know, right? Because this team 12-5, and we just got better. This is just the first week, and then we not even at what we best at drafting.
Right.
Good point.
Well, I tell you what, there better not. Hey, I tell you what, there better not be no regression. I know that.
Oh, I don't see it coming, bro. I don't see it, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I was looking at how they did stuff. Because Mike McCarthy said that the strength of this team is the defense. What was the first thing that they did the first week of free agency? LBE, Donovan Wilson.
Defense.
That was first. And who else? They signed 3 defensive players before they even looked at offense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's telling me that Mike McCarthy and Dan Quinn are lockstep together. That's why this free agency is just smooth. Yeah. It's smooth. You know what I'm saying? So
because they're working together because they boys low key for real.
They low key boys, and you can see the cohesion. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's one of them things that, like, if it's now, if people called you delusional in the past, they might have a point. But to call a team 12-5 twice and just got way better,
right?
Even RG3, Tuck. I want to get your thoughts on this. Even R3, a rival. What's your thoughts?
Yeah,
I ain't listening to RG3.
Why not? He gave us a B+, big. What is wrong with you?
Because he said Kirk Cousins is better than Dak Prescott. I ain't listening to him. I ain't listening to him.
Yeah, you right.
I ain't listening to him, dog. Sorry. Yeah, gotta watch him. Gotta watch him. Where's it at? Wee woo. Where's it at, boss?
Somewhere. Let me go pull that wee woo.
Hey, was Kirk Cousins?
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number 1 bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
I
feel like
that all the way, man.
You should be excited because this is what we've been asking for. It's just consistency, right? So 2 12-5 seasons, even though we didn't get to where we got to, you know what I'm saying? We advanced in the playoffs a little bit, got a road. So Mike McCarthy is stacking a little bit. So now it's really time to go and push things over the border. And I feel like the Cowboys going not all in, but just being more aggressive is setting us up in a position where we go into the draft, we don't got to reach. You know what I'm saying? We can kind of sit back and just let things fall to how they fall and go do what we do best, man. So I'm excited about this Cowboy. I'm drunk on Kool-Aid already. You know what I'm saying?
You drunk?
Tuck drunk too?
Wait. How drunk are you? We need to know the level of drunk you are.
Drunk.
Are you on the level of drunk?
Are you drunk?
Declaring that we're supposed to win the Super Bowl? Or
are you drunk like Boss?
Or you lukewarm drunk where you said we're supposed to make it to the Super Bowl? Or you kind of tipsy to where you think an NFC championship?
I'll say this: my reservation hotel's already booked in Vegas. So.
Oh wow, he drunk as hell.
I'm going
drunk as hell.
That's
what I'm saying. I was about to say you was going. He going to kick regardless. That's just the excuse. The Super Bowl gonna be there. I'm going too.
I take the word for it, man. I don't care what they say. I believe you, bro. You full of that juice, bro.
Yeah, y'all all drunk as hell.
What's my guy West Coast with the super chat, man? We was talking about Oxnard. We talking about Hall of Fame game. We drunk. We all drunk, man.
Hey, man,
drunk.
I'm super drunk.
No,
man.
y'all drunk. I ain't drunk. I'm sober as hell. I'm just happy.
As soon as they fired Kelly, I poured up my shots. I said, okay, we got rid of Kelly.
That's when you know. Hey, well, at least that's when we said we know it's getting real if they got rid of Kelly. That's when we said. But you know what?
I knew it was getting real. That's when I knew.
Well, you know what? A few steps that have made me thought it was real. Because remember when they had Jalen Smith and everybody was upset about it, and I know how some people felt. I never thought because that was Jerry's guy. I didn't think it was gonna cut him mid-season and bam. You feel me? They did things that I didn't think they were going to do, and they done. But that Kellen Moore is the biggest because I remember when they asked Stephen Jones, they said, "Well, whose decision was it?" They said, "Was it yours?" They said, "No, that was all Mike's." That's when I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, and then they still try to protect him on the way out because Stephen Jones said, "Yeah, man, it was
the
about
world
15.
of them."
He said 15 to 20% that they was going to change, and then Mike McCarthy said, "Yeah, 30 to 35% we finna change." That's a lot of difference, dog.
It might be cut, man. I think got Tristan Hill up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't showing no favoritism. So, you know, I'll get that Kool-Aid in your system, man. Hit that button one more time.
I got us another. Can y'all hear me okay? Y'all hear me all right? I'm trying to get OC in the show. We have some issues with the OC. I'm trying to get him. I got another way I'm going to get him in. But check this out. Another room. Tight end at 26. Let me talk about this.
Why? I know Tuck wants that. Tuck wants it.
Wait,
I know Tuck wants it. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
This is how I know.
No, hold on. Let me set it up, Tuck. Let me set it up.
Yeah,
first.
set it up for him.
Because
I already seen your video. I already seen. Yeah. I don't want to hear. He's team tight end. He team tight end.
You exposed.
Yeah, he is.
You exposed.
Yeah, I sure am.
All right, so let me let you know where I stand on this right now. So I'm full-fledged on attack. I'm a hitman against the idea. I'm just like,
I'm right behind you.
No disrespect to anybody that want that, but like I've been on attack out like for 2 days straight. So Jason Owens sent me this showing Mark Andrews, George Kittle, Kelsey where they was drafted. You know, and so that I said, no to tight end, please. I like your pet cat, but not at 26. You know, and then this is the history. Somebody sent the history of the first round tight ends. It is worse than running back. And then this is another point from Talented and Gifted. San Fran and Philly are elite in those areas, talking about the trenches, which is why I don't see a big drop off. Hargrave's hurt, but only strengthen a strength for San Fran. You better make sure that O-line is ready and physical. And I had something to say on that. See, and then I started with this. And see, my boy Frank said, tight end in the first round is not a good value. Maybe the second most position. See, Frank, it's actually the first most See, most people still thinking running back is worse in the first. No, tight end is the worst in terms of historical. But see, my boy J Tuck. But see, because people thought J Tuck was finna fight over this. J Tuck already shot the bullet. And so Kincaid, which is a lot of, especially Cowboy fans, is a favorite. I ain't got.
He ain't the new one. He ain't the new one.
He ain't the new one.
Darnell Washington been the one. Darnell Washington.
Not
Darnell Washington.
Oh God.
Washington.
All right. So Tuck, it's on you, bro.
Yeah, man. So y'all know, man, I always been the conductor of the tight end train, man. Kyle Pitts, even last year with Trey McBride. This is what I've been trying to tell people, man. If I'm out on tight end at 26, that's what y'all.
Wow.
So, big games, you saw the videos, but what I was really trying to explain is when it first dropped with Dalton Kincaid, it's like, one, yes, he's a wide receiver tight end, tremendous talent. He can stretch the field. He can play wide receiver. He can do a lot of different things. The man the same age as me. He's 25 years old. As y'all see, got back issues. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, would you really want to make an investment at 26 for an older tight end that by the time he gets his 5th-year options, he's going to be damn near 30? You know what I'm saying? So I didn't see the value of that. And then they tossed him to the side of the road. And now it's all on Darnell Washington, a guy who's had 45 targets his entire career, 2 years at Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people say, oh, but Tuck, you got to draft him. Look at the upside. I'm like, what are you basing it off of? Well, a lot of people got excited about when they watched Darnell Washington. He took his shirt off at the combine. Everybody said, woo! And now he's a top first round pick. I'm like, y'all remember Jelani Woods was the same conversation last year. Remember when Jelani Woods moved to tackling dummy and everyone's like, oh, Jelani Woods is
And he went to the third. And he went third. And he went to the third round.
The first tight end, Trey McBride, last year went in the second round, right before the pick before we got Sam Williams. And so why did the Cowboys all of a sudden got a reach? And here's the craziest part. Back when me and Boss was having this conversation about the pitch train, what was everyone telling me? We got Schultz, we got Jarwin, we don't need no tight end. We got Schultz. But now,
you just forgot about him.
We got 2 young tight ends, but we need another one. You know what I'm saying?
You can say 3 because I'm still counting McEwen. You can say 3 because I'm still counting McEwen.
Facts.
I'm
So, I
counting
mean,
him too.
you want to get a tight end,
I think,
but it's not that much separation, y'all. Trust me, you can get
separation.
One on day.
Yeah. Now here's the thing though. Most tight ends, they do. And that list that you showed, name me the quarterback that's throwing them the ball, by the way.
But see, this is the thing.
Name me
just
the
a little bit of
quarterback.
pushback on that. That's the problem with tight ends in the first round as well. They are too quarterback dependent. versus receivers are not as much. When
Right.
you go look at the receiver history, even with bad quarterbacks, the better receivers still produce. I.e. Hopkins, i.e. old boy who went to the Saints, the rookie. What's his name?
Right.
From last
Right,
year,
right.
Ohio State. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Chris Olave.
Olave, right. So
Yeah.
they didn't have no quarterbacks, but he did his thing. But tight
Right.
ends, in my opinion, is too quarterback dependent. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, also with that being said, Jelani Woods right here on this team, would he eat? You know, TJ Hawkinson on this team, would he eat? You know, I look at all of those lists that you have. A Kyle Pitts on this team, will he eat? You know, so I look at it like that.
Sure.
So all of those names we just named, it will be painted with a different brush. Now, granted, tight ends for a long streak been looking terrible, especially in the first round, especially when you can get guys that wear gold jackets in the 3rd and 4th round. I feel you exactly what you're saying, but what I don't want the Cowboys to do is sit back and say, okay, now that you got a tight end, he should be generational. A tight end here, let's say, for example, if the Cowboys do draft a Donnell Washington, I don't want him to get the ball. I want them to feature CeeDee Lamb. I still want them to feature Brandon Cooks. The problem was when Michael Irvin called out the Cowboys 2021, he said the feature package was wrong. It was Dalton Schultz when it should have been CeeDee Lamb or it should have been Amari Cooper. So, yes, I agree. When the Cowboys worked Jay Novacek, he was the 3rd option and he was the first option on 3rd downs. But we all knew that the playmaker was going to do his busy work, and as well as Emmitt Smith was going to gut him and gash him. So I get it with what y'all saying, and the Cowboys should consider drafting in the core, the offensive line or the defensive line. Don't go tight end. But if it's their draft board, if Donnell Washington is the highest on their draft board, then stay true to it.
Well, here's how I feel about it, right? If we're gonna draft Darnell Washington, like what's his biggest quality? I'll ask anybody, and then I'll give my rebuttal to what that is. His biggest quality is what? He can block, right?
Mismatch offensive line, put on the line. He can line in line or off line, but he's not going to be a guy that's going to consistently, as a rookie, win in that battle. I don't think that he will, not on this level.
Yeah. So I think the biggest thing that people are looking for.
He got them stiff hips. He ain't going to definitely get you over 200, 300 yards. He definitely ain't going to even get you about 3 touchdowns. I just want to add that.
Well, historically, is that what the tight end is supposed to do?
Go ahead, D.
But my whole point is everything that we're mentioning about him is a tackle, which is pretty much the theme of this. Why not just go get a tackle? Why not just draft a tackle at 26? Like, why the hell are we talking about a tight end that you're trying to throw in there just to block? You know what I'm saying? Or the same thing with Kincaid. Oh, we love that he can receive. We love that he can catch the ball, but he can't really block a lick. Why not just get a damn receiver? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if I'm going to get a tight end there, they need to be able to do both. And in this draft, I think that you got some guys that can do a little bit of both, but just the value isn't there at 26. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Man, if you get that dude, he got to be a star. He's got to be a star. If you're getting that dude right now at 26, he's got to get the ball like right now. Ain't no blocking. You got to feed him. And that ain't gonna make no sense when you got those two other guys on the roster. That's just that it doesn't make sense. What happened is somebody said it in the air, and then everybody wanted to jump on it.
Yep.
But collectively, go ahead, and I'm gonna tell you. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna say. Well, I look at this group of tight ends right now, and I'll ask the room right now. I ask you guys, which one of these guys right now is head and shoulders better than Jake Ferguson?
Let me see.
Oh hell no!
And all of that is predicated upon which team they go to, because even Jake Ferguson, we are leaning on expectations. He only had 17 receptions for 170 yards, right, and 2 touchdowns. And as well as Peyton Hendershot, he only had 16 receptions with 102 yards and 2 touchdowns. Those are numbers that we can find that a wide receiver can get in 2 games, right, or one game. So none of those guys where we can pull out their resume and say, hey, on a consistent level, Jake Ferguson can bring us that. Because didn't Jake Ferguson get hurt this past season?
He did get hurt. He absolutely got hurt.
So what are we talking about here? You know, I like Jake Ferguson. We talking about expectations. We talking about possibilities, but we ain't talking about tangible things.
I think
we're talking about at 26.
I think it's close
though.
to tangible though. Yeah. This is why I say that, because the history of transitioning tight end with the Dallas Cowboys is almost 100%. It was no problem from us going from Witten to Swam. And then we went straight from Swam to Jarwin. We went straight from Jarwin to Schultz. And likely we go transition from Schultz to, you know, the rest of the guys, because all of the guys do their thing. This is another thing that kind of scares me about tight end. Who was your favorite tight end, J Tuck? Who did you say?
Last year was Trey McBride. He went to he ain't got no reps. Zach Ertz was
Who was your second best
are those numbers better? Are those numbers better than our 2 young tight ends?
It's right about the same, a little bit higher.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, to me, this ain't moving us into contention even more. You know what I'm saying?
True.
And that was also my type 10 end. Trey.
Now, to be clear,
I like Trey.
This is who Mike McCarthy wanted, though.
That's true.
Yeah, he was high on him. They said he was super excited in the draft room. He high stepped a little too early. They wanted Trey McBride, which I would have.
And I wanted Trey.
Trey Day.
But does this type of production move the needle?
Nah.
In the contention?
Hell no.
What about
hell no?
What about this?
Yeah, Greg Dulcich.
That was my dude too.
That was my dude too.
I like Greg. I like Greg.
Also, Isaiah Likely.
That still don't move the needle.
Likely.
And likely
not go move
and that
the
was
needle.
your guy, Tuck. He was turning up too. I mean, he had some. He showed you could see some flashes, but once again, flashes.
Not likely.
Flashes.
Not likely.
Goes to Carolina, but he was picked with a 4th round, so that's pretty much idealistically. You know, I don't want my tight end to win games. I want my doggone outside guys to
That's
get
what
it,
I'm
you know.
saying,
Right.
man. That's the only thing I'm saying.
7-2-53. 3rd round.
But here's the thing. Those numbers are going to always be not tangible to what they do on the field. If they're going to freeze the safety, if they're going to slow down the linebacker from blitzing off of the edge because they got to backpedal into a stance and it clears up the underneath wide receiver, then you know, their numbers not always going to translate though, right?
Right.
All right, I mean, because if I'm dropping back as a quarterback and I got an option to hit, let's say, Isaiah Likely, or let's say if CeeDee Lamb is on my team, hit CeeDee Lamb. I know he can give me more busy work.
Because here's the conversation I was having about Kincaid. I forgot who I was talking to on Twitter. Let's say, for instance, you're 26 and you got Dalton Kincaid sitting there, who's kind of your wide receiver, tight end, but then you got Quentin Johnson right there. I'm taking Quentin Johnson. Like, just give me the wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
right. True. Give me Quentin Johnson. You know,
because Kincaid is very limited in the blocking game. He gives you 0. So if he's want a wide receiver, a field stretcher, a big body, go with Quentin Johnson or go get you a wide receiver. So it's like, I just don't see the value of going tight end at 26. And I know it sounds crazy coming from me, trust me, but I ain't.
And see, Tuck, he would fight everybody about it. He ain't scared to fight you. Like me and him had plenty of fights over Cal Pitts.
Don't put Pitts in that
We
conversation.
didn't really have no fights on that.
But here's how I want to use my tight ends. On 3rd down, I know I'm going to go to them. You know, for the San Francisco back in the days, we all know it was Brent Jones, right? On 3rd downs. For the Cowboys, we all know it was Jay Novacek. And then fast forward into the future, of course, it was Gronkowski for Tom Brady. And it was Tony Gonzalez for whatever quarterback for the Atlanta and Kansas City Chiefs or what have you. So, your tight end, they sometimes ain't going to get all of those gaudy numbers, but they're going to be your 3rd down, sure hands, 6'4" and beyond type of guy that can catch those nasty, dirty yards for you.
All right, so now this is the part I can't wait to talk about before we draft. This is the part I've been waiting on all day. So we talked about tackle. We made the case. All of us made the case about why we feel so strong about tackle or maybe guard. at 26. All right, we all kind of getting closer to the same place on that. But we not gonna be one dimensional like that either. It's other guys. There's a potential to we could be wiped out. It's a potential that we could lose all these tackles. It could be a super run on tackle. It'd be the tackle show. So we gotta have a plan B in the contingency plan. So who would be everybody's individual pet cat for 26 outside of tackle and guard? Now the OC is not here, so he sold the hell out of me on this dude, Andre Carter.
Hell no.
Wait a minute, to 26?
Hell no.
I said I'm gonna wait till he get here because I need him.
Yeah,
to
you better get here because hell
wait
no.
for him to see.
No.
Wait,
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
Do that again.
Wait till he get here.
OC with
Because I was at first I was like, but say man, the OC got to talking that ball to me. And listen, he can't be that far off. CBS got him around 30 now. Come on now.
It's funny because I saw the thumbnail. I was like,
He can't hold on. This is the OC right now. This is
He can't hold his
This
own.
is the
Okay, he's in.
OC. Okay, they over here going hard on your pick at 26, man. You gonna have to defend it.
Oh man, it's no big deal, man. Who are they talking about? Andre Carter?
Yeah, they talk about Andre
Yes.
Carter, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna be messy. Big Game James is boo-booing on it the worst.
It's all good, man. He's a possible option if you don't go offensive tackle. I think that offensive tackle will be your premium pick there. But if you didn't go offensive tackle for whatever reason, I think that Andre Carter is a viable option. He's 6'7", he's 260 pounds. He doesn't even have his man body yet. This guy can put on 10 or 15 pounds more of muscle and be an effective rusher. When they did rush him a lot in 2021, he was second in all of college football with 15.5 sacks. He shows length. He shows the ability to drop into coverage. He would be a really unique piece in a Dan Quinn's defense. And that's why you look at him. He has tremendous upside. He does have flaws in his games. At times, he does play high. At times, he gets, stabbed and he's not able to shed and get off blocks. But when he gets upfield and bends a little bit, man, he's really, really hard to block. And he has counter moves as well, even though he didn't rush as much his junior year as he did his sophomore year. So I just like his raw potential and his ability. I think he's a joystick piece for Dan Quinn. And I think that he has tremendous upside, and that's why you have CBS ranking him in the top 30, I believe.
Yeah, they got him ranked 30. And so this is the deal.
Wow.
The comp that you said on him, and I checked this film out more, bro, because at first I checked him out, and I was like, But then I went and took another look, and it popped out what you told me. This is what the OC said. He sees a young Anthony Barr.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that he has more pass rushing ability than Anthony Barr did when he was younger in terms of his upside. And that's the key word, upside. Right? If you remember, a lot of people poo-pooed on the Russo pick, the 6'7", 260
They did.
guy.
I remember. It was a lot of poo-poo. Boo-boo. Hold on, let me hit the fart noise. Hold on, I gotta hit that.
Oh, no.
Lost it. Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Lost it. Oh, no.
It was a whole lot of poo-pooing, and I was not one of those.
Yeah, man, so just be careful because this guy could have a similar impact with a good defensive line coach and a couple years of development. Russo, because of his length and his get-off ability, see, what people don't understand is that this guy is super long, and that's really hard for tackles to deal with because of the fact it's very hard for you to get a clean punch and extend on him, especially as he improves on using his hands. And he's not nearly where he's going to be in 2 years in rushing and passer on his hands, and he's quick. He has really good get-off, so you have to get off quick and compensate. And so as he begins to add more strength, he's going to begin to do what Russo did up in Buffalo. He's going to start to go speed to power. And when he gets that speed to power down with his length and your inability to touch him and lock out on him, he's going to be extremely dangerous and extremely hard to block if he gets with a good coach. So I like him a lot.
So on the high end.
And he has tremendous upside. He's also a guy that can drop into coverage. He's also a guy that's shown the ability to run down people and move well laterally. So it's a lot you can do with him in this Dallas Cowboys defense. Don't sleep on it.
Right,
so on the
OC,
high
I'ma let
end, you got
go,
Jason
bruh.
Taylor.
I wanted you
Ask
to
him, do he
get-
got Jason Taylor in mind when he look at him?
Wait.
both about
Law
the same
just
height
asked
and
me a
size.
question. He said, "Do you have Jason Taylor in mind when you look at him?"
Man, that's an excellent point. And I thought about Jason Taylor. The only guy, and I think that he could go there, but I think that he doesn't have enough pass rush experience yet. I think maybe 4 or 5 years from now, I like that comp, Law. I like that comp a lot. I think if you dedicated him as a pass rusher, he could be not. Jason Taylor's a Hall of Famer, okay? So I want to show respect to Jason Taylor. But he shows some Jason Taylor-ish.
Uh-oh.
In terms of speed of field and able to get around the corner from what I've seen. I'm not saying he's Jason Taylor. I'm saying he shows something. I want to be careful about that because, people like to put words in your mouth. He shows some Jason Taylor-ish stuff as Jason came out of college and the potential.
Right.
So I like
because of the height, size. Yeah. Both 6'6", 240-ish, light in the pants. But I get what you're saying. But before you go, why is Dan Quinn is intrigued by Will McDonald?
Hold on. Law just asked the question because we digging deeper into your analysis on Andre Carter. Law asks, why is Dan Quinn intrigued with the taller-ish, longer-ish guys, and how do you think Andre Carter fit into that? Is that what
Will
you
McDonald?
asked, Law?
Yeah, Will McDonald.
Oh,
yeah,
Will
yeah.
McDonald. Now we pushing down to Will McDonald.
Yeah.
Oh, see, let me just call you back, bro. Let me call you. Let me just call you back. I want to get your 26 guy in here because we all going through our pet cat at 26. If it's outside tackle, and
let me address Marcus real quick in the chat. He said, I didn't say, and you got to listen carefully, Marcus. I didn't say he was Jason Taylor. All right, because he laughed saying I'm saying he's Jason Taylor. I told you he's Jason Taylor-ish.
He said, I told you. He said, I told you.
He got the red hoodie on.
until you put the ish on it.
I told you he's ish. I didn't say he was. I told you ish.
Ish. Beat you around the corner with speed and with length. And that's what Jason Taylor did coming out of college. Right?
He kind of look like
he just messing with you, OC. The OC ready to box. Don't play.
He got the red hoodie on.
He got the ish. He got the ish for real. You know when you gave him that elbow ish.
Hey, everybody said he joking, OC. Calm down, bro. Don't kill him, bro.
Damn! I just wanted to clarify, just so the rest of the audience can understand. I'm not mad at Marcus. Marcus is my guy. We good.
I'm just making sure, bro. Because, see, I know how it is. Because when you talk about a guy like this, it's going to be a whole bunch of boos. It's going to be a whole bunch of...
And listen, this guy, and here's another thing. This guy didn't even start to rush the passer at all until his senior year in high school.
Yeah. So you see him just super raw. I love this film. The more and more I watched him, he pops. He clearly
I mean, he
pops.
sounds good, but 26.
Telling you guys.
Yeah, 26.
I'm not doing that at 26, but I feel with you on the potential.
This is the game we playing because we need you back on the show, OC. Keep trying to get in, bro, because I want you to be able to fight back. You right there gonna get beat up. You need to get on here if you can. But hey, let's talk about this quick. I'm gonna try to. I ain't gonna defend it because it ain't me defending. I'm not Johnny Cochran on this one, but I'm gonna at least talk about it a little bit. Let me hit you back, OC.
He need to get some more striations in them arms too. That's just like a little. Go back to them pictures, man. You saw that arm, Big Game J.
That boy tiny.
That man tiny.
I had my concerns on him too. That's why I wanted
he is
OC
tiny.
Wait.
Striations,
He
man.
tiny.
He
He tiny. You do push her. He needs some milk. He needs some milk.
Hold on. So wait. Let me show you something.
Come on.
We gonna have to get the OC on here to
He needs some milk.
Wait, check this out.
Some striations,
See,
man.
because I did check this out, bro. Because listen, I told the OC, I said when we went through this prospect, I said I'm gonna check him out, and then I said I'm gonna check him out in detail. And to your point, Big. Oh, you can't see that. Let me make it where you can see it. Hold on.
He got them hot dog arms.
No, let me look at this. Can y'all see that?
11 reps. 11.
Hey, I'm benching more than him.
I can do that.
did 225
we gotta talk.
I did 225 3 times.
That's the
I'm
only thing we gotta talk about. I got some
I did 225 3 of them. I'm little. I'm little.
He don't play like he don't play like that, but that did concern me, dog. And I just keep it real. Hold on, OC calling back. The OC want to box. Hold on. OC, it's too late, dog. They already going in on the strip, dog. OC, it's too late, dog.
Bench press 11.
OC, you gotta get it on the show to defend yourself.
I'm just
we
saying.
gonna have to get you to defend this next week, big dog. It's too late.
It's too late.
It's too late. I'm sorry. You gotta be able to go back and forth because it's already pandemonium, OC.
But the OC. I ain't mad at you, OC. I ain't mad at you.
The OC ready to fight on this one too, man. I'm so sorry, OC. He called him back. The OC is serious. Y'all pipe down. Y'all let the OC get y'all pipe down. Pipe down. Get an OC his chance. Because the OC does have a good track record. Man. Come on now. Y'all can't be acting like that. Come on. We got to give him a chance just for his track record now. Come on now.
I'm not even saying he's not going to be good. I think he does. He is going to be good based on what he said. But I just don't. Not at 26. Whole bunch of creatine.
Wait. All right. Go ahead, OC. You got to fight back. OC say he going to fight back wherever he is. Go, OC. Go.
What is striations?
Talk up to as much as you can.
First thing I said, if you were listening to me on this telephone, was that he needs to have some strength. That's the very first thing I said. And I told you that this guy doesn't have his man body. I just said
You did say
Ooh,
that.
that boy OC is feeling chippy over this piece.
He said, I told you. I said.
And I know these guys ain't hard of hearing. There's nobody that you know of that's 6'7" and got 22-inch pythons. The longer your arms are, the harder it is to put a lot of mass on your arms.
Not 11 though, OC. Not 11 though.
Longest pythons to be effective. So that's a that's what that is. And if you look at it, you're looking at him for his upside and his growth and his physical talent. That's why you make the pick. If you want a finished product, so to speak, I don't think you have a hybrid defensive end and linebacker that is what we would call a finished product. He has one of the most upside profiles out of anybody that you could get at 26.
Ooh, the OC has spoken. The OC has spoken. OC, this is the thing.
Nah, I feel the argument.
Yeah, we're gonna do a sound check because we got to get the OC in here because I want to see this fight next week. We gonna start the show off on this fight. OC, let me give you a rain check on this one. I think you defended yourself well. But hey, we got some questions.
did great. We'll do round 2 next week.
11
I'm gonna
reps.
give that man.
All right, OC, appreciate it, big dog.
He still can bench more than you, bro. Come on now.
No, he can't. I did 15 on Twitter, bro.
He did 15 on Twitter.
Oh, see. Oh,
Get that man a creatine sandwich.
Say y'all got OC chipping. OC, I gotta hang you up so I can finish producing.
Look,
Can I
OC
do
like,
that now?
no,
The
I
OC
gotta
is
finish.
keeping me on the phone to fight y'all. All right, big dog. All right, god dog, but the OC was ready to box. Ooh, I can't wait till next week. It's gonna be chippy. All right, so the OC made it off. He put his nuts on the line. He came out with his now. Keep in mind, this is a game that we playing. The game that we playing is who would be your guy if you didn't go with tackle or guard. So most of us still believe in tackle or guard. So this is really kind of like all of us gonna be a little bit outside the box on this pick. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
just letting everybody know, we laughed at him now. It's probably gonna be us next. I'm just being honest because these are not ideal. These are outside of what we know is ideal. You know what I'm saying? This is outside the box. So who want this fired next? I'm gonna let y'all decide.
I'm next.
Who your guy then?
Because Law gonna try to take him, so I'm gonna go ahead and say my guy now, because I feel like Law gonna try to take him.
All right.
So my outside the box. Now I told you I like Clancy because Tuck turned me on to him, but I'm gonna go with my original guy, who's been one of my favorite guys that I've looked at the whole way through, is Deonte Banks from Maryland. I've been liking him. I know we got Gilmore, but he's a stopgap. He's a one-year guy. You still need a guy that's for a future guy. And I think this is the type of dude that you need. He's clean. I mean, I told you his hand fighting is ridiculous. He knows how to use the sideline. He knows how to redirect, clean footwork. All I needed to see, because I didn't know if he was a 4-4 or 4-3. All I needed to see was that time he came in and wrecked the combine. That's what you just kind of wanted to reaffirm, was what you saw on the tape was already clean. Just go to the combine and he killed it. Dude, if you re-sign Trevin Diggs, right, you got a Deron Bland and you add a Deonte Banks, which is very possible. You could do this at 26. If you add that, bruh, we feeling real good. The only bad part about his stain right now, his only stain is he's not a ball hawk. He's not a guy that's get you interceptions. I didn't see a lot of that in college. I think that's his only downfall. He's not going to get you a lot of picks. But if you want a guy that's going to shut down that other side, who's going to get physical and not going to let that guy make plays, this is the guy you want. So he would be my outside the box guy at 26.
I'm gonna push back a little bit on that, just a little bit.
Go ahead.
Well, I actually shouldn't, because this is outside the box. We ain't got to do that.
Go ahead, push back. I'd like to hear you.
I was just thinking, Big. In the contention year, will we be overstocked? You know what I'm saying? At secondary,
you can never have too many corners.
Okay. So with
you saw the injuries. Case in point, what happened last year? Jordan Lewis and Anthony Brown went down. You had to rely on young players and rookies. They were shuffling. That Nashawn Wright wasn't getting no time. They threw those guys in the fire, and what happened? You saw, unless Deron Bland was stepping up, those guys were not good, right? And we were going through a dilemma when Anthony Brown and Jordan Lewis went out. They're not world beaters, but when they went down, you had to rely, and thank God that Deron Bland stepped up, because if he didn't, that cornerback would have been shaky. Okay, so you gotta have those type of depth guys, and you gotta have guys that can come in and play. And I don't think that's out of the realm of you bringing a guy like that in right now and him playing a lot for you. Izzy wasn't even getting cornerback time until those other guys went down. Then they started throwing Izzy back at corner, which he was drafted out as. You feel me?
So would you call him your pet cat?
Yes, he's definitely my pet cat.
Damn, that's real. All right, so who up next, man? Like, who outside the box? Now, you told me your first
Oh, my bad.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I feel like I'm probably the most outside of the box out of everybody with the guys that I picked. The first one being, like, if he fell. So, Jackson, Smith, and Jimba. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have him falling, you know what I'm saying, down boards. And you see, normally he's around the mid, 13 to 17 range or whatnot. But if he's staring at you at 26, man, I think he's too good of a player. Although we just got Brandon Cooks, he's too good of a player to pass up on as far as a receiver. And, me and Tuck were talking about him not too long ago. He don't really have he don't have real weaknesses. And I know that a lot of people, they look at his time today, he ran a 4.5, and they're calling that slow right now. But the guy's a craftsman when it comes to running the routes, has excellent hands. And at Ohio State, when they had Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, he was widely known amongst the Ohio State community as the best one out of those three. So for me, I think it's an absolute no-brainer if he falls to you right there. I'm not saying you go up and get him, but if he's sitting there, man, you gotta take him. You know what I'm saying? Any objections there?
Yes, I do have some objections. I missed the objection. Oh man, don't call me no hater. My thing with JSN is when I compared him, especially to receivers from last year, I feel like he's a reach. Not if you compare him to this draft class, but if you compare him to the last 2 draft classes, to where, to me, in last year's draft class, he would be more like a second rounder or a third rounder.
But why are we worrying about draft class?
I'm gonna tell you why. That's a good question. That's a good question.
You worry about the player.
I'm worried about. No, I'm gonna tell you why. Because that's what I'm looking at is the player. You see what I'm saying? And I'm saying, is this player really truly first round player like I've seen, or are we reaching because this class is weak? You see what I'm saying?
No, you're not reaching because he can come in and play right now. He can come in and play right now.
Because he's a good football player. I like his football play, but I did not like his speed. He is kind of CD Lamb-ish.
He is CD Lamb part 2, but he's a better route runner than CD Lamb when came in out of college. And let's keep it real, like DMV was saying, I'm out here in Ohio. When Garrett Wilson was here and Chris Olave was here.
So you being out in Ohio just make you got better eyes than everybody?
Yeah, it does. It does. It makes me. Yep, I'm the guru. If anything happens, I'm the guru. Okay? I'm the guru of Ohio.
Hold on.
I'm the Ohio guru.
So we can't make no opinions on Ohio?
Nope, you can't.
Him and Choctaw, man, they Ohio. This is my Ohio goons right there, man. They know them Ohio.
Okay, nobody else talk about Ohio. So DMV is correct on what he said. Yep. You can't get no opinion because, like I said, he had 95 catches when both of those guys were there.
Where that damn button?
And if you go back last year when you was watching Olave's film,
too late to get it.
It was too late.
Jackson Smith stood out. So if he's there, man.
So okay, I'm done pushing back. I don't want to see. Maybe I'm pushing back because I want that lineman too bad. Because everything outside of tackle, I'm pushing back at it. All right, so that's facts too. That's facts.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
No, but you was talking though, DMV. You was still on the roll.
You was gonna do it.
Yeah. Well, what I was gonna say was, if you compare him to last year, the 2 guys we named were the top of that class, and he was right next to him. So I think he would probably be a first rounder in that draft too. Honestly, just because when you look at the tape and you had to go to Ohio State, you had to watch him. You know what I'm saying? So he would have been on that spotlight. You know.
I'm hating, bro. I'm just hating, bro. Don't mind me. Don't mind me, DMV. I do that to try to win with the buttons, bro. I got home field advantage, and I do use it. Go ahead, Lau. Who was your pick, big dog?
Well, I'm kind of like my guy, the OC, a little bit, man. The undersized guy, Kalijah Kancey, man. I know he's 281 pounds. I know everybody gonna be banging on the table saying we need big nasty. We need somebody that's crazy inside that can gobble up too. But what if I told you, if you look at his comp, they said John Randall, and I lean on that more so than an Aaron Donald. This dude is quick. His speed to power is crazy. And on top of that, he can give you pass rush plus run stopping capabilities. His motor don't cut off. It goes straight on. And I'm not looking at it as an isolated situation. I know we love what Osa brings, but he brings the power plus the strength and getting upfield, man. He can get up there. And when he slap you, he slap you. He don't have like one bull rush move. He got chopped. He got spin. He got get back. Hey, this dude right here, he falls to the 26th spot, if you guys trust your eyes, man, of what you see it out there on the film. Even now, granted, both Clemson tapes, the 2020, 4.67 from the inside. Now, the Clemson tape, you want to burn that, right? At 280. Yeah, see, now you somebody with me. Yeah, let's go.
His tape is fire. His tape is fire.
Amen.
Amen. So
it's
you
all
see
fake
a combination.
News. It's phony stuff.
Man, wait a minute.
It didn't happen.
How you gonna do me like that, man? How you gonna say me?
He set him up. He set him up perfect. He set him up. He set him up.
He set me up like
he set him up.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
He a 4.6. Oh, look, he 280.
Wah,
Oh,
wah,
yeah.
wah, wah.
Wait a minute. Wait
Get
a
out of
minute.
here. No,
Now
man,
he got some striations in his arms, at least. You know what I'm saying?
That was dirty,
I
bro.
seen him slap a guy, and he just seemed like, man, he pushed the whole room back. Now, 14 sacks in 2 seasons, man. We don't have an interior guy with those type of numbers. Even from college, I don't think that we had our guys doing those type of work actions. So I think that Kalijah Kancey will come right on in, and also we'll be talking about, hey, can I get some more reps, man? And as much and as big as Navell Gallimore is, he won't even see the field because I think Gallimore is still more of a 3-tech. I don't know what the hell they're trying to do with him at 1, but I look at this Kancey pick as a good layup for us. Now, I know that my guy Okoye, he can't defend himself. He is in love with Mozzie. Do one of y'all have Mozzie at the 26th spot before I say anything?
No.
Okay.
I had a second round grade on him.
I don't trust them Michigan guys, right? I do.
Man.
I like the
Facts. Me too. Hey, bro.
I just don't trust it. I'm sorry. I don't mean to.
Hey, what you see?
Hutchinson came in and turned up. But I'm sorry. A big man. I'm sorry. I watched too much Big Ten football, and a big boy from Michigan in the middle. I just don't trust it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Law gotta get Koya on the phone, bro. Because you was talking about he buried him Jalen Carter and all sorts of. He called Jalen.
I love Koye, but Koye ain't gonna sway me from how I feel.
Yeah.
I mean, Mozzie is not going to give you sacks. He's not going to play beyond the LOS. He's going to get there. He can 2-gap you. And on top of that, he got the short arms. He got the big frame or what have you. They compared him to, my God, Dontario Poe, the early Dontario Poe, not the big Dontario Poe.
I'm about to say, not the lean one.
You know?
We can't.
Not the lean one. the lean Dontario Poe. And
Okay.
I get it, right? We need a Mozzie. I think
I'm
that
gonna call Okoye right now.
Yeah.
Call
Okoye.
You know what? Because this is the thing, I like it when people make their own case. You know what I mean?
He needs to make his case.
Yeah, I want them. I'm gonna call him. Hopefully he pick up because that's gonna be crazy. If my boy
Yes,
pick up.
indeed. But
go ahead.
Kalijah will slap you and push you back, man. But Mozzie, he is a guy that's gonna stonewall you, but he's gonna be more of the same of what the Cowboys tend to go get in the later rounds. That this is going to be a guy that's going to be a name that everybody going to be high on, but not generate sacks. I need some sacks plus.
Yeah, I need a big man that's going to push that pocket too. You feel me? He ain't gonna be a
double
just gonna
digit
stuff the run. Yeah, he ain't getting no sacks for you. He's stuffing the run. That's it. And for 26, you can get somebody else to stuff the run, can't you?
Yeah. My biggest thing is
like later on.
His stack and disengagement is not there. And
what about the cat from Baylor? What if he is? You ain't messing with him.
He got short. He don't have the motor that I like. You know. He don't have the dexterity. He don't have the dexterity that I love.
This one thing about Massey that we can talk about, even if anybody's high on Massey, right? Because I'm all for being that guy, trusting my eyes and saying, forget the world. Everybody know that. Big said that last week. He said, boss, he gonna go outside the group. That's what he does. He sticks with what he thinks. The thing about it, even if you home Massey, this is the deal. You got a good chance of still getting him in the second round. Even if you feel like you're a first round guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because of how the scouting community views these guys. So that was one of the tricks that they talked about last year when it came down to Williams and Tolbert. They had their grades equal, if y'all remember. But they said the games that they played was which one had a bigger probability of being around. You see what I'm saying? So they went with the probability of Sam Williams and took the risk on Tolbert and then got both. To me, that's how you would play it with Mazzy.
Hey, big game. You got some Michigan people after you, man. They said, "Oh, so Frank Clark don't count." They after you, dog. They after you, dog. They mad.
After me. I know all about Michigan players. Trust me, I know all about Michigan players. So they can't get on me. I know Michigan players from Jamie Morris, Derek Alexander,
Maurice Hurst, baby.
Tim Biakbatuku, Braylon Edwards, Tom Brady. I know plenty about Michigan players. And Charles Woodson. I know they've had a lot of good players, but in the middle, that's what I said. They got to understand. Frank Clark was an edge. I said in the middle.
Boy getting violent. That boy getting violent. Tuck,
I'm doing like OC said. I said in the middle.
Who's your pet cat, Tuck?
My pet cat would be along with Law. It was Kalijah Kancey, but I'm gonna pivot a little bit and to one of the most disrespected prospects in this year's class, and that's Quentin Johnston. I feel like Quentin Johnston is there. Pull that quick. You take Quentin Johnston. No, you don't even second guess. You just take him. You're talking about 6'4" wide receiver. You can go ahead, run the quick slant, average 18 yards per catch. Like, he can do a lot of different things. Can play on the slot, outside. He's 6'4", but runs routes like he's 5'10". You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if Quentin Johnston, which he's been disrespected in this draft class, which I don't understand why, because there's some narratives that he can't handle press. He wasn't even pressed that much in college, so I don't know what people are basing that off of. But you're talking about a guy that can go up, make big catches, can play in the slot, yak, everything you can ask for in a wide receiver prospect who could possibly be your top wide receiver in this year's class. If he slides to 26, you grab Quentin Johnston out of TCU, he don't look back. That's where I'm at.
Why they calling him a body catcher, though? Talk to me about that, man. Talk to me about it.
They got to find something. You know what I'm saying? You hear one thing, somebody says, don't say it, but it's like he can go ahead. He gets the ball. He got very strong hands, very reliable hands. I've seen this kid up close and personal a few times when he played here versus Kansas and also the Big 12 championship. And people got to understand who was his quarterback. That was Max Duggan. So he can do a lot of different things. And I think he just wasn't fully utilized properly in TCU and still had over 1,000 yards. And what do he have? About, not sure how many receptions he had, but he had over 1,000 yards this past season. So highly productive. Like I said, he averaged almost 17 yards per catch. He's a deep threat, but can play in the slot, can run underneath, has the yak, complete route tree. I like his release. Everything is there when it comes to Quentin Johnston. I'm just not understanding the disrespect and where it's coming from.
No doubt.
And I'm going to be honest, man. My eyes hasn't come around quite yet to him, you know? But I was also like that with Jefferson. You know what I mean? It took me a while for my eyes to catch up to the value because they different. These type of receivers, these possession type route runners, I'm trying to wrap my arms around him, but I do like the pick. I would like
because also what I'm thinking, man, we need a Michael Gallup insurance policy as well, and so Quentin Johnston can definitely be that as well. So you can kind of bring him in.
We would be explosive as hell too.
Well, let me ask you this: who is better, T. Higgins, Quentin Johnston, right now?
You mean T. Higgins for the Bengals? Yeah, I would say probably T.
All right, so on the high end, he can be like a T. Higgins, but on the low end, he can be like a Kenny Golladay.
That's a good comp. I like that, Love.
Yeah. So I can see. So he could be a T. Higgins.
Yeah.
So you could plug him in with the CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks and get right back to business. You know what I'm saying? Because with Michael Gallup, we hoping that he's going to return from the ACL, but he didn't even look like a shell of himself last year. You know what I'm saying? So can we really trust him? So if you want to get out from under the contract, even though they restructured a little bit, Quentin Johnston will be that perfect player you can plug and play. And what I'm trying to explain to Cowboys fans, when it came to CeeDee Lamb, we didn't have a plan when we got CeeDee Lamb. He was just the best player available. He wasn't supposed to be there. We grabbed him. We figured out later. You could do the same thing with a prospect like Quentin Johnston. You can get him, maybe let him kind of learn a little bit, and then you can plug him in. But what a lot of people don't understand is we are one hamstring away from our wide receiver core looking horrible. You know what I'm saying? Because knock on wood, something with CD or even Michael Gallup, then you're relying on Jalen Tolbert or Simi Fioco. I would rather that next person up would be Quentin Johnston to fill that void. So I'm going with Quentin Johnston out of TCU.
Hey,
Tuck.
I'm hating on everybody. I'm just a hater today. I don't care if you making sense. Just like Tuck made all the sense of the word. Clap it up for Cut. That was a great analysis. Clap it up. I'm just messing with you. Very good analysis.
Let's take a good analysis.
Now it's on me.
Hey, how does Tuck get a great analysis?
Yeah.
How come he get a hand clap?
And what do I get on Cansey though? What do I get on Cansey? I need to know my analysis, man. What do you get me on Cansey?
Why did he get a big hand clap though?
Hey man, just
I'm getting you pretty much a top 2 prospect at 26.
Oh, okay.
That's a good point. See, that's the point. He's talking about
You know
talking about
what?
a top
I
10
seen that comp
prospect at
though.
26.
I seen that
dog.
comp though. Hey, Tuck, I seen that comp and said Braylon Edwards. I don't like that.
Yo, rock with
It
Hold on,
don't
real
count,
quick.
man.
Let me go.
It don't count, man.
Who
He
was
went
your-
to the Browns.
Hold on.
I
Who
wasn't
was your
supposed to
big?
play
Who was your guy?
Deontay Banks.
Okay.
And what you give
My
him?
dude,
What you give him?
So you
My
want
dude
a
like him
35 guy at 26?
My dude ain't weak.
No. I said you want a 35. Like he ranked 35 on CBS. You
I don't
want
care
a
what he
30
ranked.
But I'm just saying that's why, bro.
Yeah.
He trying to give us a 10 at 26. I'm trying to give us a 12 at 26. You trying to?
Who was you giving us? Who was you giving us?
Skoronsky?
Yeah.
But it's got to be not a tackle. It's got to be not a tackle. You said not a tackle.
No.
He
He ain't.
cheated.
You cheating because he ain't.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying.
No,
that ain't my
You
guy.
see how he do
26.
us?
No, that's not my guy. That's not my guy. That was the move up guy. That was the move up guy.
All right. Yeah, I want to see your out the box guy because your out the box guy gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be crazy.
Hey, it's gonna be crazy.
Hey, let me ask you
It's
this
gonna be
though.
a seven rounder.
Is Skoronsky better than Trevor
Nah, it's
Pennington?
about to be Ricks. It's about to be Ricks. Oh no.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
I thought it was
boss.
gonna be
Is
Ricks.
Skoronsky better than Trevor Pennington?
That's a womp.
That is the one, bro. I didn't put that. I did. Or did I?
He probably did.
Wait. I'm struggling. Oh no, real quick. See, I put everybody on the spot. Let me go ahead and hit this button myself.
You got him. We got him. You got him.
Michael Myers, baby.
This is hard. This is hard.
Emotional, damn it.
All right, so let me just, okay. I do. I'm gonna hold my nose.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even
ain't
though
nobody
it does
mad at
seem
that
like
one.
it seems like a waste, though. Just being honest, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely ain't no waste.
Yeah, in terms of how many receivers we got in the room, that's all I'm saying.
And we just got another small receiver, outside the
so-
box.
But at the same time, in terms of playmaking, yes, you know, that would be a pet cat of mine. Now, y'all know what it is. It's that time. Y'all know what it is. Let's get us one in. Y'all know.
Let's get it.
I ain't doing 7 rounds. I ain't
All
doing
right.
7.
We got to do at least 1 7 round, bro. Just one.
As a whole, yeah. But you know, I ain't.
Just as a
It
whole.
goes to the
We
deep-
go
it-
share
is it-
this one. We go share
Remember, I'm an hour ahead now.
this. Okay, we go share this one. We go share
We
it.
have
We go
a big
share
game
it.
at 2 in the morning, man.
All right, here we go.
I fall into the deep end after the 4th round, though. I get in the deep end for me.
One time.
No, look, start drowning.
Let's set the parameters right now.
All right.
I'm saying on this one, what y'all think? Do you think we should go replace Zeke, build an offense, best player available, heavy offense, trust the defense? How y'all want to do it?
They're gonna give you BPA when you run,
BPA,
right?
see how it falls. I mean, BPA, because there's going to be options.
All right, let's do
It's gonna
PPA.
be options.
Let's do PPA.
It's gonna
Because
be
I want to do a
options.
strategy. I want to do just a straight up strategy of kind of trying to get a quarterback in here. I was thinking I was trying to get 2 running backs in here. I was trying to help the offensive line. That's what I was thinking, but let's go. All right, BPA. We going BPA. Here we go.
BPA. Nah, oh, they just took my dude, Deontay. Oh, they
Trade back.
Brian Branch,
Can you trade
baby.
back? Can you trade back?
No, I'm just saying. See who on there though. See who on there.
All right.
And see who the
You got,
trade partners
you
are.
got 6 trade
Check
offers.
it.
Click what's this trade to the right. To the right.
Yeah, you
Middle,
got
middle.
6. Clear. Click that right there. It says 6 of them. No,
Six
no,
of them,
right under the
next to
Cowboys.
it's right. It's right next to draft a player. Right
Yeah,
there.
right there.
Yeah.
I don't even know how this work though.
So you can do. Saints are offering you what? 29.
They offering you 29.
For 26. See if you can grab their 40. See if you can grab their 40. So click on their 29, boss. And 40. Click on 42. Now click on
Now
26.
click the Cowboys 26. It'll let you know probability.
And
All
then
right, so you
offer
won't be
it.
able to get that.
They're not going to accept it.
They ain't gonna take it. Yeah, you take the 40
They
off.
said,
Try to
hell
get
no.
71. You might be able to get 71.
Click on that 40.
Take 40 off.
No.
Oh no, they ain't gonna take.
See, they ain't messing with you. Forget the Saints.
Yeah.
F
No.
them. Cause we still them boys. Hell no. 2024, we need something now.
I'm trying to trade something. I'm trying to look at trading down.
Click on the drop down there where it says.
Yeah, I'm about to say click the arrow. It'll show you the other teams.
Yeah.
Where the Saints are.
Yeah.
So, ooh, no, we ain't getting out the first. Hell no.
Eastside Herald.
So stand in the pick then. Let's stand in the pick.
Yeah, that's what we got to do. Let's stand in the pick.
All right, so go to draft the player.
You click on draft player, yeah.
That's all the top.
Anton Harrison, right there.
There it is. That's my guy too.
Do you want to see
y'all gonna talk about it? Or you gonna pass up on Zay Flowers because he right there too?
Yeah, you ain't gonna pass up on Zay Flowers,
You
Will
just
McDonald.
Because of Brandon
I'm
Cook.
perfect with
If we said
Anton
BPA,
You can
if
get
we said BPA,
Bergeron.
this
You can
is
get
both.
Bergeron. You can get Bergeron in a second.
No
Hold on,
DeJuan
real quick.
Jones.
I think you go Anton.
Yeah,
I think you go Anton.
He gonna show that list again.
He's a strict no.
Just a
Anton
quick
is a
reminder.
strict left tackle.
Just a
He's a
quick
strict left
reminder.
tackle. Yeah.
So are we still talking about Zay Flowers looking at this?
No, this is entrapment right here, man. You entrapment.
Okay, I just want to make sure. There we go.
You Chris
goddamn it.
Hansen us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he so did it. Chris Hansen.
Yeah,
Chris
so
Hansen is like a
I just
motherfucker.
want to remind y'all what that starting group look like, just real quick.
Tanner McKee, baby.
Andre Carter for OC.
Ooh, the OC.
Andre Carter for the
OC.
There you go. Get Carter. Carter.
I think we gotta get Carter, bro.
Clarence Carter. Clarence Carter.
That's
So you
Jason
ain't gonna-
Taylor
you-
right there.
Wait, somebody about to say something.
It's a big fight. Go ahead,
Look
Tuck.
at defensive tackle. Look at defensive tackle first, real quick.
All right.
DTs.
Yeah.
That boy Tuck
They gonna
said,
be
slow
right there.
down.
What
So
about
this-
Ike? You don't mess
Yeah.
with Ike?
That's your big
mess with
nasty.
I
Ike.
like him, but I might like Andre Carter a little better here. I don't know how you feel, Tuck.
Carter. Give me Jason Taylor, man.
I think I'm liking Carter, man. But
I'm gonna go with
Jason
Carter
Taylor.
too.
I can get you Carter later, but I feel like if you want your nose tackle and really want to,
There you go, right there.
You got to go with Siaki here.
Carter's
Yeah,
gonna be
man.
gone though. Carter gonna be
you
gone
like
though.
him be-
If
you
you don't
like him
take
better
Carter
than
now,
Ben?
Carter gone.
You like him
But
better
But
than
you
Ben?
got multiple Carters already. You got a Dorrance Armstrong, a Sam Williams. I mean, that dude probably won't even find.
What about
away
Ojimo?
on the
You can
field.
get
good
him
point,
later.
Law. Good point.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Good
saying. I can
point.
get you another Carter later. Just a simple plug and play rotational guy.
Yeah, we loaded at defensive end right now on the cool. We really are.
No, yeah.
We really
And he's
are.
developmental. And he's developmental.
And he's developmental.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got.
But
And that's
how,
our
how
second
much
round
does
pick.
he weigh? He also weighs like 350, right? So I think that's a good. It's a good
And
pick.
plus, we got to look at what happened. Sam Williams was our second round pick last year. He didn't get no kind of work.
Right.
Yeah, and we trying to win a Super Bowl. So if we trying to win a Super Bowl, Saki make the most sense.
We
'cause he
go
can
with the
potentially
big
help
man.
us right now.
Yeah.
Like somebody.
We
that can
messing
help
with the trenches.
Love it.
Right.
That's the
Let's
best.
get my theme music. Let's get
Make
the
the
trenches.
pick.
What you say?
There it is.
What's that button?
There it is.
my theme music. Oh, you already.
Yeah, baby. Big
Let's
boy
go.
down inside, baby.
Let's
Come
go.
on. Let's go.
trenches.
Let's go.
In the trenches,
Ooh,
baby.
I'm liking
Yeah,
this draft.
trenches.
Big boy.
Trenches.
Trenches, the
We need a running back.
trenches.
We need a running back. We need a running back. We need a running back.
Oh, Andre's still there,
I see.
bro.
And Carter's still there.
shit.
I told y'all,
Excuse me for
Carter,
cursing.
Clarence Carter.
Excuse.
Ooh.
Ooh, I
Damn.
do.
Look at the running back. So Carl Brooks. Carl Brooks.
Yo, get-
Carl
Get
Brooks.
Carter.
But they got Carter
Look
ahead
at
of Carl.
look at running back. Look
I
Look
would-
at running
I
back,
would-
though.
I would-
Just
I
look
would-
at running back.
I might go Carl.
Get a running back in
Yes,
the
I might go
fourth, man.
Carl.
You gotta
Okay,
go
well
Andre
just check and
Carter.
see who we got.
Get
Okay.
a running back in the fourth, man. Tank
running back.
Spears gonna be there. Miller gonna be there in the
Okay.
fourth. I think I ran a few of them to the fourth, and they were still there.
Andre Carter right here is an
So we go
accident. So you
Carter?
gotta stack him.
I think I would take
Yeah,
Carter.
let's get
too,
Carter.
Chuck.
Yeah, you got Andre Carter. It's an
What's that?
accident. So go ahead and snatch him up because he ain't never
Yeah,
seen
man.
Clarence
Now-
Carter. Clarence Carter. Ooh.
Oh, so we taking Carter? Man,
Yeah,
Andre
Jason
Carter.
Taylor, baby.
Oh, this.
Well,
OC
we
gonna
get that
like
man
this.
some peanut butter
The
and some
OC gonna like
creatine.
this. Yeah,
Hey,
man.
we
the
get him on a
OC
weight
wanted him
program.
with this-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, man.
Get him on the weight
The
program.
OC wanted him at the 26
I
spot.
fought for him last round, so yeah, take him.
We might miss out on a running back, y'all.
No, we
Now, we gonna
out.
get him.
No, we not.
Okay. All right. We'll
There it
see.
is. But we
We'll
was
see.
We was on the zone that time, Law. We
Watch
was on
that
the
running
zone.
back
We'll
be
see.
there, big game. Watch it.
Okay,
Tank
we'll
ain't
see.
gonna be there.
Go
But one of the
go
running
there.
backs gonna be there.
Go to it.
Deuce
Sean
Vaughn,
Tucker's there. Sean Tucker's there.
Go.
I think I
Zach
would go Sean
Evans,
here.
Chase Brown,
I don't know.
Eric Gray, baby.
You going where?
I'll be canny.
Man, I'm messing with
I thought
Tucker
that
right
dude-
here, dog.
I'll
Y'all
go back.
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm
I
messing
thought
with
that dude
Tucker.
name
Y'all
was.
crazy.
I thought that
I'm
dude
going
name was
Sean.
Law Nichols.
I think I would go Sean Tucker here. I think I would.
I'm
go
banging
Sean
Tucker right here, dog.
Yeah, Sean
And he
Tucker.
had a good 40 time.
Yeah, he
That's
yeah,
it.
Tucker,
And
man.
he's a 20 carry guy.
And he run routes too, though. That's a very underrated part of his
right
game.
now, but
Yeah.
somebody say terrible mock. I'm loving this mock. I'm loving it.
Oh my gosh, man, we'll make it happen.
I'm loving
Tell them
this
they don't
mock. I
count.
don't know what they talking about.
They don't count,
So,
man.
if you
These
want
9
to go
guys
tight
ain't gonna make the team.
you could consider a tight end right here.
Yes, sir.
Is Latu still on the board? We talk
Abdullah.
about him.
Remember, I'm drowning right here.
I got you. We got it. So you could go. What are we looking for? What position are we looking for?
Well, let me look
Nope,
at quarterback.
That's in
Let me
Bennett.
look
Go with
quarterback.
Yasser Abdullah. He's an edge rusher. He's kind of light, but
That's
he's
what I'm
super
saying.
Yeah, he quick too. He quick too. I like
Yeah,
him.
he
I like him. That I see.
Let's see here. Who else we got? We got
Aaron
Jalen
Hall.
We
Williams.
can double up at running back. No,
We didn't
Jackson
touch no
plays
right.
with Jaron Hall.
Keith Mitchell is the truth as far as Keith
I would
Mitchell
like
is the
to
truth
double
as far
up,
as
but-
that.
Look at tight end.
Get him
Look at
later.
tight end. I think you got Davis
Well, we-
Allen.
we-
My God, Cameron Latou.
Davis
there.
Ellis ain't bad.
I
Yeah,
like
you got
Davis.
Britton Strange.
Well, I'm gonna show
We
you.
ain't got no
right.
receivers.
My type.
I tell you what, we might be able to get him next round, but I love
more than all the
Latu.
tight
I like
ends.
Latu. Me
So
too,
of course I
bro.
would get him, bro.
Who's your comp?
Razor
Who's your comp for him, boss? Because I got one.
Smith.
He reminds me a little bit of Aaron Hernandez for some odd reason.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Little light. You know what I'm saying? Kind of a wide, split wide, maybe
Yeah.
an H. You know what I mean? Like,
On field or
I
off
like
field?
him. Sometimes you need
I
folks
got
like
the
that.
evidence right here. I got him as my type tight end. Real talk.
Yeah.
I got him as my top tight. I gotta get him, bro. Of
Roll
course, if he's
Tide.
sitting there, I would get him.
You will get him right now? I'm about to say you might be able to get him
And the
another
fifth-
round.
He's a fifth.
I just want to see
This is
what
the fifth,
I
right?
I mean, yeah, you probably can squeeze out another round and get him. You know,
All right, let's go.
I'll go with Zach Evans. It
We'll
was
play,
somebody.
we'll play the algorithm.
All right.
So you said Zach Evans?
No,
So
we
you
already
can
got a running back though. You know,
So there's a guard in Chandler Zavala. He's pretty good. The big land mover. So we went tackle. You can go get your second guard. Ventrell Miller, linebacker out of Florida. Lonnie Phelps,
Now-
I love him, out of Kansas.
Chuck, how you feel about Shamari
Ronnie
Connor?
Bell.
Because I know the Cowboys met with him at the same.
man, it's
Yeah,
way
I
down
love
there.
Running Bell, bro.
There's a few safeties, man. Javarius Owens. He's out of Houston, ain't he? Yeah, I think he's out of Houston. If you want
Let's
to go
look
safety.
at linebacker.
Yeah, you might consider linebacker.
Oh, true.
What linebacker?
Let's see. So Ventrell Miller. D.
Hey.
Withers.
Aubrey
I love
Miller
I see
Jr.
him. Aubrey Miller, baby, Jackson
He's
State.
sneaky. He's sneaky
Come
at
on
Jackson
with
State.
You could consider
Play my
Ventrell.
theme music.
Give me my theme music.
Wait, who we picking? Who we picking?
No, don't
man.
pick him. Don't pick him. That'd be a reach. Right there.
He said, "Don't pick him." He said, "Don't pick him. Don't pick him."
I say pick the guy, man. Who? So all right.
Yeah,
so,
yes, sir. You know.
Yeah, I would say Yasser Abdullah if he's one another high edge guy. But did we already get an edge? Oh, we got Carter, so never mind. I would chill on that. I would probably consider Davis Allen the tight end. I would probably consider tight ends at this spot.
Me too.
Yeah.
Y'all want
Davis Allen or that one tight end you was talking about,
I'm going with-
boss.
I'm
Dude,
going with
trust
him
your
'cause I-
boy, man.
Yeah,
There
that's
you
my
go.
that's
You
my
gonna,
dude.
we gonna trust. All
Yeah,
right, we're
that's my
trusting you,
dude,
boss,
bro.
on that one.
All right.
Yo.
We're going to get an F for that one. But it is what it is. I
Give
like
him
the
a minute.
pick. I like the pick. I love the pick.
Oh, man.
Honestly, I love the pick.
overall grade gonna be like
Keith
a C.
Mitchell. Get Keith Mitchell.
We
Keith
do have
Mitchell.
to
Get
look at a
him.
quarterback too, man.
Hold on. So I would look at quarterback real quick. I would consider quarterback here Keaton Mitchell. So I love Keaton
Jaron
Mitchell.
Hall,
Keith
baby.
Nice, dog.
So you might.
I
So
would-
you Aiden O'Connell. Oh, God.
Hey, Chuck, look what they got Max. They got him
I know. At
rated.
the 40, bro.
Because
Cowboys-
you know why? Because that's Andy Dalton part 2.
Yeah, he ain't any dog.
Can I sell y'all
Bro.
on Max Duggan though? Can I?
No,
sell
you
on
can't
Max?
sell me on nothing on Max
I
Duggan.
just want to hear me out. Just hear me out.
Mm-mm.
No, just real quick.
Okay.
The vision that I was seeing with Max Duggan is old boy from the Saints.
Oh, the
quarterback,
Taylor.
Taysom.
No.
Now,
4.5.
hear me out. 4.5 speed. Can throw the ball. Right, but don't have a big arm. But at least is a quarterback of throw.
Andy Dalton.
No, he's not Andy Dalton. I would say use him basically like a quarterback dummy, where we're trying to mimic what they got over there at Philly. RPO. So you said we could? So I'm saying on 3rd and short. You wouldn't be open to that, like using him like a specialized weapon. I ain't saying a developmental quarterback. I'm saying a weapon quarterback.
Boss, I'm with you on that. But if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do it with Malik Cunningham.
Okay, I feel that.
So this is the 6th round pick, right?
But if you want kind of a
pick
developmental quarterback, this is 6th round. Aiden
Okay.
O'Connell is probably the best quote unquote just pure quarterback that's left on the board.
Yeah.
Everybody else is gonna be kind of gadgety gadgety. But I would go with Keaton Mitchell sitting right here in the 6th round too.
Me
Yeah,
too.
I didn't think it was
Keith
close.
Mitchell.
I would go Keaton.
Keith Mitchell would be turning up right here.
Yeah.
That's a great spot for him.
Damn, we trying to get Malik up off this roster.
Right. Malik, you better come with
Hey,
Ronald Jones.
Hey, I gotta go running back one more time. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm
Running back.
You can go 3.
Hell no.
Damn.
Hell no.
I think you get Aiden.
Stop. No, you messing it up. That's what you doing. Oh, man.
He pulled a Jerry Jones. He didn't listen to his
I wouldn't turn the damn card in.
He didn't listen to us, man.
He did a Jerry Jones.
Bro.
You
I'm
pulled a
not
Jerry
going out of
Jones,
no
man.
draft without
Oh,
getting that
man.
dude Dietrich, bro. I'm sorry. This
Wait a
dude got
minute.
the highest speed
went with
score.
three
What the hell?
Come
Yeah, I
on, man.
want competition. I want competition in that running back. We gotta make sure
And
we
you
get it
drafted that
right.
roll tide.
We gotta
No.
make sure we get it right. I want major
I gave you an
competition.
You got
I
it right
don't
with
care.
your
grades now,
I
man.
don't care. No,
Yeah.
we
Tried to
got
tell
3
him not to
running
be
backs.
there.
We try
That's
to
why we got a
replace
bad
Zeke.
draft.
We need 3 running
Jam
backs.
together.
We go cut one of them.
Who?
I don't give a damn.
Hey,
I'm
Tuck,
sorry. We go cut one of them, but they
Tuck.
go compete.
We were doing good, man.
We was doing good.
First of all, you got an F, boss, on the tight end. You
No,
got an
I
F
did.
on the tight. Yeah, you
I
did.
don't
You got
care.
an F. You got an F.
I'm gonna be right on
And now,
that.
let's go to our play.
Yeah.
Man,
Let's
we're
go
gonna
to
have
our
a good
play.
vision, but
Let's go
That's
to
not
our
gonna
play.
be
settle
an
down
F,
just a
though.
little bit.
That's
Who
not
got
gonna be
the
an
A plus? Who got the A
Bro,
plus?
we was
Who got
cooking
the
his rap.
plus?
We were cooking it.
Who got the A plus? Who got the A plus?
Hold on.
Keaton Mitchell, yeah.
Oh yeah, you went with the top of the board. I don't do that.
Wait,
I don't do that. I don't do the top
No,
of
it
their
ain't about
board.
the board. It ain't about the
6th
board.
round.
It wasn't about the board. He's a real player. He's a real player, and the fact that he was around in the 6th round is a steal.
Demetric Prince has the highest speed score out of all running backs, all of them.
Okay,
when he goes on draft.
Mitchell had the most 30. He had the most explosive plays over 30 yards. He had 15 of them. Explosive runs over 30 yards. 15
He
of them.
gotta compete. He gotta compete. Period.
Man,
He gotta compete. Damn it.
man.
Y'all want to do more? Y'all want to do one more? Y'all want to do one more?
Man, we was cooking, fam.
My bad. I know. I pulled a Jerry. I won't do it no more.
He pulled
I
you
pulled
go
a
to Jerry
Jerry,
Jones.
man. I went and pulled the card and turned it. I know that was wrong, bro. Hey, y'all just need to know. That
Hey,
I'm high
he
on
pulled a
Demetric
boss
Prince.
move.
I'm very high. I told y'all he my number 1 sleeper.
The A plus,
I told y'all
808.
that. I
Boss
told
said
y'all
they
that. He's my
can't fire
number 1
me.
sleeper.
Boss
so
said
I
they
ain't-
can't fire me, so I'm gonna pick it.
Shit, I'm the one that got the gun, bro. I got the mouse right here, so hey, Hey, we gonna record this one. We gonna post it.
Jerry Jones
Yeah, don't
does,
post
man.
that on Twitter. They on fry us. We on
Yeah.
fry.
Okay, I ain't gonna push this on Twitter. Yeah, 3 running backs. It's finna be competition in the running back room. That's what I said. It's gonna
Boston
be
got us a F and a C plus.
Yeah, you feel me?
Oh, okay. But, see, but more importantly, it's about how them dudes play, man. That's the most important thing.
Play the damn for that F. Damn.
Hey,
Y'all care about PFF? Y'all trust PFF?
Hey,
I
bro,
don't
come
trust
on
them
now,
no way.
dog. Come on, man.
Oh, so y'all trying to blame me for this?
Oh,
all right, let's go back. I said one more, man. One more.
All right, this is the last one. I'm going to bed after this one.
Hey,
the last one. I'm going to
screenshot
bed.
that for me, man. Hey, screenshot that for me, man. Come on,
I
man.
already
Come on,
did.
boss.
I'll send it to you.
Come
I
on,
already
send it to
screenshot
me,
it.
man.
I already screenshot.
And we're gonna write
It was
in,
red.
Balls made
It
these
was
picks.
red. Boss made these picks.
Hey,
He's
you
picks.
remember?
We started draft, man. We started draft.
You remember when they said, who picked Taco? Remember they said, who picked Taco? And they were like,
Oh, he's sitting right there again, bro.
And also go McDonald there too, but I was still going.
Oh my god!
Damn, is this the same draft?
Yep.
The same
Pretty
thing?
much. Yeah, pretty much.
Now we didn't have McDonald last time.
Michael
Yeah,
Myers.
McDonald was available last time too. Yeah,
I
he
want
was.
Dewan Jones, man. I want Anton Harris.
I think
want
your
the
pick
one,
here
Joe?
is between.
Anton Harrison. Hold on. Let's all vote on it.
It's got to be Harrison or McDonald.
Go ahead, Anton Harrison, man.
Harrison.
Anton Harrison. Okay, let's get Anton. Give me my.
Somebody said boss is JJ Laws McCarthy.
See, now I know how McCarthy feel. I know how Mike McCarthy feel now.
My bad. I won't do that again. That was
the same damn
That
draft.
was kind of dirty.
Same damn draft, man.
It's the same damn draft.
It's this freaking algorithm. We need to use another simulator. We're going to use another little simulator next time.
Because Boss messed it up. Go defensive tackle.
Everybody blaming me.
Yeah,
man, you Jerry Jones. You Jerry Jones.
Jerry
You get all the
Jerry
blame.
Wayne Jones.
Give me Ike.
Yeah, go.
It's the same draft.
Hold on, we
No, it's gonna be a little different.
Are we fixing it? Y'all fixing it.
We gonna fix it. We gonna fix it. Let's fix it.
Give me my thing, you.
There it is.
Come on.
All right. Now, let's go to corner. I think old boy's going.
Garrett Williams gonna be the top one. Yo.
Yeah,
You give me Travaris.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier, Tuck. If Garrett Williams is sitting there at 90, bro, I think you pull the trigger, but I don't know how anybody else feels.
Y'all like that ACL and all of those injuries he had?
He hurt him though, but he could be the best corner in the draft though. I mean, just from a talent perspective, but
From a talent, aspect.
I would probably wait to see if I can get Bennett. Look at.
That's what I'm saying. Ja'Cory Bennett.
Okay, yeah.
I think Ja'Cory Bennett still be there.
DJ Turner right there.
Yeah, you got Turner.
He's just fast. He's just fast.
Listen.
Damn, you really hating on the Michigan cats, huh, bro?
No, I like Michigan. I actually.
Yeah, he just tolerates Jordan Lewis, though. I tolerate Jordan.
All right, now I'll look at running back if y'all want to.
Running back. All right, RB.
So there's Tank.
I like Tank.
I would consider.
I also like Kendra for what we've done in the running back room now, or for what we need too. I also like Kendra.
I agree. The style.
I like waiting.
So let me
I
ask
like
you
waiting and getting Sean Tucker in the fourth round versus the third.
This because Andrew Voorhees, he's probably available at guard. Would y'all redshirt him in the third and get possibly one of the best guards in the draft? He's gonna be sitting there. Now
Voorhees.
PFF's probably gonna give you an F for it.
They're gonna give you an F though, but yeah, it's a futures pick.
I like it. I love it.
The fact that you got to
Think about Zach
tackle
Martin.
early, you're
Zach
able
Martin.
to do that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
you can redshirt
You're able
him.
to do it because you got your tackle.
Yeah.
So,
I ain't mad at it.
But is it now to do that at the third? Can you wait to the fourth or the fifth to do that?
I think it's a gamble.
based on this, you probably could wait, but yeah.
You might not.
I don't know. He might be gone next round.
Yeah, because we're in third. They're
All right,
probably
no, get out of that and see where he's at on BPA look.
He's gonna be way.
Where he's at? Scroll down. Let's see where he is.
How far down it is?
Yeah, he'll be there next round.
He'll be there.
Yeah, he'll be there according to
We
this
tricking the
algorithm.
algorithm.
Ooh wee. So
Two
what we
times.
gonna do?
I'll
We
be
gonna
honest
go a
with y'all.
running back?
Steelers. Let me
Go
ask
Tank.
y'all a question real quick. Can I talk to y'all real quick?
So good.
Just real
All right.
quick. I like Dwayne McBride a lot.
Me too.
The thing I don't like about Dwayne McBride is the competition.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I like Andre Miller's competition. I feel like
Also Tank.
What about Tank's competition?
But,
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
but you got to understand.
The only bad
19
thing about Tank was he ran a 4.5. That's it.
But
But
that's
Mc-
not even bad.
yeah.
I
That's not
love
even
4-5.
bad.
That's fantastic.
Okay, but he gives you
His
everything
size.
else you want.
His
His
si- I like
size is perfect, and he's athletic as hell.
Hold on. What's his size, bro? Hold on.
He's
It's-
6 foot
they got-
215.
Go to first look.
215.
Go,
Yeah.
click on first look. Click on first look over there to your far left. They will give you his measurables. See, he's 210 on here, so
Yeah,
they've been
210.
off
That's
a
what
little
I
bit.
thought. He was only 210. Hold on, real quick. Let me-
But
He
210
ain't-
is a
that's
good
not only-
size for a
he's
running
not
back that's
small.
under 5 foot.
He's not
5'11".
a small. He's not a small 210. He's big.
Now go to McBride. Go to McBride. And those 19 touchdowns that he had last season was just stupid good.
Yeah,
He's about the
he
same
run
size.
that ball good, bro.
But he's
He's
small
wrong.
though, ain't he?
Hey, look at his
209.
comp. They got him as Thomas Jones as his comp, I believe.
I mean, Tank's gonna be your bell cow. Him and Keandre. It's gonna. If you want to kind
We
of
trying to replace Zeke.
Go to
That's
Tank.
your bell cow.
Go to
If
Tank.
we trying to replace, I was
Click
saying, we
on
trying to
Tank.
replace
We
Zeke,
want a
I think
power
Kendrick
guy.
would be it.
We
I
want
think
Click on
Kendrick,
Tank.
if-
Click on Tank Bigsby right quick, and click on analysis to your far right.
You're not
And
gonna have-
you're not paid for yours. Okay.
No,
Oh, I got all that. I got that.
Okay.
What do you
I'm gonna
want?
need
What do you
I'm
want,
gonna
Laws?
need
You
your
want me to read to
passcode
you?
the next- Yeah. Pull it up,
Bad
if you can.
Hey,
Well, they
and
gonna
un-
want to look at it. What's
and
this?
unlike
What
Carter-
is this?
unlike Carter-
What is this? Wait. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm playing.
Hey,
I hate like a
But you see that though. Click on Tank Bigsby again though,
Hey,
boss. Go to first look.
21 reps. 21 reps.
Go to first look.
Yeah, that's strong.
And look at his roll. Look at his roll says.
Yeah, bell cow. Bro.
Bell cow. And
Bell
that's
cow.
what we gonna need a bell cow and everybody else to be, people that can help sing.
And I'm telling you, he's shifty as hell. He's shifty as hell.
He bell cow too.
Yeah,
Okay.
hold on.
He got two
So,
with
yeah.
Keandre and Tank. It's their two
Just
down.
saying, he played.
two
Oh,
down.
he played in
Okay.
the SDC too, dog.
Yeah.
So it's between Kendra and Tank. Let's go
The
Tank.
one thing I would say about Keandre over Tank is that Keandre's had less carries, so he has less mileage on him. But either
Good
or,
point.
I mean, it's just
I think
flavor.
I think
Hey,
Miller's better.
boss.
I'm getting ready to
Boss.
be Jerry.
I think
Boss,
it's better compliment than Tony Pollard.
Boss, before you do anything, remember what you said?
Before
You
do
said
anything, don't
you
put
said
that button
anybody
on.
that you talked to your friend. You said anybody with the name Tank is going to be a good player. So why are we waiting?
Yeah.
Hey, go Tank.
Ooh.
Hey, boss. They said type up, down, left, right, A, B, select, start. They'll give you the free version. You'll unlock all of that.
Your
now
chat
go-
hurt my feelings, Law. Your
now
chat
go look
hurt
at
my
Carl.
feelings.
Man,
Well, that boy Tuck focus. He's about to say go to. Ooh, yep.
There he is.
whoa, Voorhees. Okay, good.
That boy Tuck.
There you
should
go.
hard.
So-
I like that. Tuck was
He went right to him.
Yeah, Tuck.
Chuck was not playing. He said, "Hurry up and get the guard."
That boy knew that strategy. He wasn't
He said, "Hurry up and get the guard." He
Yeah,
said, "Get the
yeah.
guard now."
Sir.
I be doing this in my sleep. I be doing this in my
Yeah,
sleep.
Can we get a
right.
receiver
That
right
boy
here,
said
an
turn
edge
that car.
guy,
Look at
receiver.
look at
Yes, sir, right there.
Yaya Digby. Yaya Digby. Diaby.
edge.
Dobby.
Yes, yeah. So if you go,
Hoko.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
I should
no,
share
no.
mine next time, boss. You can use
Yeah,
mine next time.
we'll get it together. We'll get it together.
Hey, look, boss, man,
We
stop
drafted
trying to
edge.
man.
Hold on, we ain't got no linebackers, man.
We ain't got no receiver.
You got another Devin Harper around this?
so you
Audrey Miller,
Let me look
baby.
at the
Miller
receivers,
time.
though.
go wide receiver. See here. So you got Bryce Ford.
Oh.
I love running Bell, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know right now. I love
Hey,
love.
hey, the Walmart brand of DK Metcalf is
Dante
right there.
Demas.
Bryce Ford Wheaton, baby.
Yeah, I like Bryce Ford Wheaton, man. It's all there, but it just ain't there. You know what I'm
DK.
saying?
He would get a good grade though.
Go look at what
It's
his
in the
first
fifth.
look.
It's in the fifth.
6'4", 6'3", actually, good 221.
So that guy using your
What's
Michael
his name?
Gallup policy. Bryce
Semi-
Ford.
Red zone weapon.
Oh, Bryce Ford.
Red zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get him. But also look at Jalen Monroe. Jalen Monroe is nice too. I would go with Bryce Ford. I'd be cool with that.
It's
Yeah,
in the
I would
fifth,
want-
right?
I
He
would want
needs
to go
a
with
sandwich,
Bryce just
If you
because
want
we
your bigger
getting
receiver,
we getting a guy that we don't have.
Yeah.
right?
We
I'm with
also
it. I'm with it.
yeah. There we go.
They said decaf.
That's a good pick. That's a real good pick. Good pick.
Bryce Ford Wheaton, baby. Hall of Famer.
It's a good pick.
They go get my Miller kid friend from JSU, man.
Who's
Yes.
our back? We got
Yes.
Jackson, right?
That linebacker.
Love My Jackson State, oh dear Jackson Fair.
But can we trust a linebacker from a black school? No, I'm playing.
Man.
That's racist, yo. That's racist, yo. That's racist, yo.
Hey,
Shame.
Only I can make that joke.
Shame.
You can't make that joke.
Shame.
Only I can make that joke.
You feel me?
You can't
Only
make that
I can
joke.
say that word.
Only I can say that. Y'all can't say that. Okay? Don't
can't
take
say
that
that.
joke. Okay? Don't do
Y'all
that.
can't have that joke.
You
They can
only
think
our
it,
joke.
but they can't say it.
You can think it.
Can't say it.
Can you trust the guy from the black school?
I get too old for this. Somebody done scooped
They
him up
say-
anyway.
They say I need to
He
listen
got
to
drafted.
McCarthy.
He went to the Jets.
He gone.
He
Yeah,
went to the
gone,
Jets.
Yes, Jets.
Go with Ventrell Miller if you want your linebacker.
Oh my God, you didn't got my guy.
Yeah, from Florida. Yep.
Florida.
Well, we got another Miller. I wonder if they related.
Boss gonna get somebody beat up. They gonna say that.
No, I ain't did Jerry Jones all day. I ain't did Jerry Jones all day long.
Boss, Clayton Tune. They're your quarterback. There you go.
I'm finna pull a Jerry though. Play with me. Play with me.
Here's one thing I will say about Hunter.
This is another power back though.
One thing I'll say about
This one of my top power backs for real.
Oh my God.
Wait, but you can pull a Jerry now.
Wait.
Wait. I got a case.
And they ain't gonna show you nothing.
Oh my gosh.
He got 16 touchdowns,
The
1,700 yards.
So what?
He's a power back. We need a power back.
He's little.
But y'all know one thing, Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, I like them bowling balls.
Hey,
But
man,
you know one
got
thing
a lot
Mike
of people.
McCarthy had in Green Bay, he had a guy like a Coon, right?
Yeah.
The fullback, the
Coon?
H-back type.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
yeah.
man.
Remember the dude they was
You said
like
a
Coon. Yeah, Coon. That was his last name.
Oh, I remember Coon, but I thought you said a Coon. I said,
Yeah,
what?
yeah, they had Coon. Yeah. But
What about
Hunter
Spencer
Lewinsky from North Dakota State, he reminds me a lot of Coon.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute, but just say what's his first name? What's cool?
Yeah,
I don't know what his first name is. They used to be like Coon.
John or something.
John Coon.
No,
Yeah.
it said,
John or
say his
something.
first name. Say his first name. Say his first
Yeah,
name.
you
Don't
say his
it.
first name. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking quarterback, Tuck.
Hey, a lot of people want you to get
You say
Baker
get the
Mayfield.
quarterback from Houston?
Yeah, give him
Yeah.
Houston. Clayton Tune. No, slow down. Right there. There you go.
Yeah, but Clayton was solid. When you get a chance, if you guys look at Tank, you look at Tank Dell. That's the guy throwing the ball.
This gonna be a good grade.
Now we
We'll see.
Okay.
Now
Oh.
Hey.
right.
Yeah.
You got it
Hey,
right.
take that 808. You see that 808?
Damn
You was
good
hating to say it was a
job.
bad draft. We got an A. Ha ha.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we got us. Yeah, I like this draft.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Dallas
See, you-
Cowboys is
Screenshot
definitely
that
better.
one for me.
Let's break this
Screenshot
down.
that
Super
one.
Bowl. The Super
Screenshot
Bowl
it.
right here, man.
Before I
Screenshot
screenshot it, we answered this, right?
Right.
We also took care of the defensive interior with the assuming we don't have Hamilton, right? So we got us a power back to try to replace Zeke.
Right.
We got us a
Cal.
future, replacement for Zach Martin. We not calling him
Right.
Zach Martin, but we thinking about the development and the depth. We got us a red zone weapon.
Michael Gallup replacement. My bad. Talk too soon.
Yeah, Michael. No, I like it. And we got a guy that's a different type of receiver, bigger
A
target.
pluses.
Yeah.
A pluses.
Then we got us a linebacker to help that room, increase competition, and we also help the quarterback room.
I'm looking up Miller. I'm looking up Miller tape tonight, and
Clayton Tune got a lot of Brock
Clayton.
Purdy.
Purdy in him.
Okay.
I'm gonna look him up.
So I'm saving this. All right, so you know we got to get it to these final words.
Hell yes, 11:30.
Go, big.
Jay sleep.
Hey, once again,
I knew I'd get him. Well, I wore that button out tonight, man.
Hey, all I can say is my final word is I just had a good time tonight. I just had a good time. I don't have a final word on anything else, but I had a good time doing this draft, going through the players with you guys. Like I said, it always makes me think. And I don't know. I just had a really good time today, and that's just my final word.
All right, and my final word is today kind of made it even more obvious that tackle makes the most sense, just being honest. Because when all of us reached outside of 26, you know, I was hitting a wump. Some kind of way. Even on my 26, you know what I'm saying? Like, going outside tackle, the more we kind of look at what we need, it just kind of becomes evident. You know what I mean? It didn't feel right. Now, after that, it felt great. Everything feels good when we start the draft right. So my favorite draft was that second one, man. So I just hope that the Dallas Cowboys stay focused. I hopefully they don't fall for the bait and the hype of tight end and foolishness. I don't want to call it foolishness because people got ideas. I don't want to call your idea foolish if that's what you believe. But I will say I don't agree with it. So I would hate for them to do that. So anyway, my final word is hopefully that they solve this problem first because they doing too good around everything else. They putting perimeter weapons around Dak. They signing the defense. They've been talking about running the ball and having complementary football. Start that with your offensive line. If you go run committee by your running backs, help them out with the offensive line. That's my final word.
Yeah, my final word, man. I'm enjoying this, man. I love this, fellas, man. How I was having a good time every Thursday night. I look forward to it, just like a lot of the subscribers and viewers do. My message is, man, it's hype season right now. So for everybody watching this, trust the process. You don't have to get involved in all the hype because you hear, certain people talking about certain prospects on Twitter. I welcome you. If you watch my channel or watch any of the other fellas' channels, we post a film session, mute us. Trust yourself. Watch it for your own self. Right. Get your own opinions, man. That's what we're all trying to do. No opinion is the only opinion, but we just want to put out the work. And every time we have these conversations, we all do a great job of showing our work. So that's my final word, man. It's hype season, and do your thing, Cowboys Nation. See y'all next week.
Yep, beware too. For real talk, hype season is real.
Yeah, absolutely. And my final word tonight really is the Dallas Cowboys this past week probably had the best week that I can remember as a fan. And them going out, making moves, going out, maneuvering the way that we've been asking them to do for years is something that I'm grateful for today going into this draft season because they really have options. They can really sit back, be patient, pick your spots, and really just go ahead and get the guys that you like, like Tuck was saying. So that's the only thing that I would say. And also to people out there, looking at the draft process, man, just make sure you do your homework. Like Tuck said, trust your eyes and really just look up these players for yourselves and not really take the word so much of other people who aren't doing their homework as much. That's all I got.
Right.
That's so real, bro. Can I add to that, bro? I'm just so sorry, bro.
Real.
Can I just add to what you and Tuck said? I know it's your final word.
Add to it.
All right, let's go, Big. Can we just double team this?
Add to it.
Let's go, Big. Can we just add to that? Because Jay Tuck and DLV just killed that point.
Yeah, bro, that's this killed them points.
Bro, I do not listen to nobody in draft season, bro.
Nope.
I don't even trust nobody. I'm just being honest. I don't.
And it's not a thing of arrogance. It's not an arrogance thing.
It's not even arrogance.
Yeah, it's not arrogance at all.
And let me tell you where I got this from. This just real blatant, like, independence to where I take a tight end that's graded low and put them over the hyped ones. You know why I do stuff like that? It's because I trust my eyes, and this is one thing that I learned. Once I learned that the average first round it's gonna have about 40% bust. I said within myself, well, why copy off them? If they making these, why treat them like experts? I might as well do my own work.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If they making these and they the experts, then why treat them like experts? Treat them like you're a failure. Like if I came out and said I'm a D student, you'll say, okay, you're dumb. But what we do is we go to the draft season and we go to the same people who put tight end in the first round every year. They all fail. And them same people say running backs don't work, even though Cook work, Zeke work, DMV work. You see what I'm saying? Like all these. So that's where I am on it. Did you have something to add to that, Big?
Oh, I'm just saying, you know, just like you said, trust your own eyes. One person, don't just because you hear these people in these streets say one thing, oh, this person is good. It's so crazy. You'll see certain people in the streets, right, say one thing, and then I'll go back on Twitter within 4 hours later, everybody else switch from what they were thinking and go into this player and start talking about that position. Stop doing that, because you're not really doing true evaluation.
No, you're not.
You're not doing any kind of true evaluation on anything. You're just going by what somebody else says. And I'm not saying they're dirty pastors, but as I said before, when you have somebody who's a pastor up there just preaching and you're just listening to that word, but you're not reading it for yourself, you're beginning to worship the pastor. You're not looking at the word. Hey, I love being a Cowboy.
Big game James.
Game changer.
Let's have some fun. Let's have a good time, man. Let's kick it.
Yeah, so all great points by them, man. Trust your eyes that's the number one thing, and evaluate the player. Don't evaluate the round. These mock drafts are for fun. These are fun exercises. But when you look at the player, there's a Dayron Bland somewhere in there. Right. There's another Peyton Hendershot who will go undrafted. Whereas when we look back at the tape, you'll see that his average yards per catch was pretty much higher than Jake Ferguson, right? And his grades were right there as far as his stats and accolades were right there with Jake Ferguson. But it's who did they decide to highlight in the draft and how they get drafted. So just trust your eyes. Go through your own evaluation. I do like what Boss said. He go black. What do you call it? Going black, right?
Yeah, I go black. I really do. I really do. I don't listen to nobody. Can I talk about
don't listen to a soul? Yeah. Jump into that.
Going black, it's hard to do too, because you want to chime in and see other people's opinion. It's the natural thing to do. But what I've learned is I've been more accurate in my picks when I just trust what I see and I tune out noise. The reason why I do that, because it's discipline yourself to get away from what's called groupthink. Right. Groupthink is what Big is talking about, to where you start hearing a bunch of noise, so you start doubting yourself, and you don't even know subconsciously you're saying what other people are saying instead of what you're seeing. So I go black and I see it first, organize my ranks, and then I come out. Sometimes it match exactly what people are saying. Sometimes it's way off, but I don't care. I still put my guy in front of, because of what I saw, and that's going black.
If I can chime in on that, the one thing it happened to me my rookie year with Micah Parsons. I was very high on Micah Parsons, but I was still new to the content community. And I let so many voices get to me and talk me out of the idea of Micah Parsons. When my eyes, the video I dropped knew, everything I said knew, but I was like, everyone's saying no, they're out. So, you know what I'm saying? Trust the process, y'all. But like at the end of the day, that's why I love rocking with these fellas, because whenever they say something, I know they did the work, and they also show you the work. Ask, whoever, if they give you a prospect, show you the work. So what's the work? What game should I watch? So that's the things you should be asking. So,
and before you finish, a good example, Law, was what happened with Andrew Carter. It was a lot of pushback on that, but I guarantee, as the OC made his case, all of us at least started to perk our ear up. Maybe you you didn't like go all the way over to his side, but you said, shit, he's making some sense. You know what I mean?
Making some solid points.
Yeah,
it made me want to go look at tape.
And I did today. And that, remember, Big, I said, but after I listened to his case, I went and watched him, and I was like,
it made me want to go watch some more of them again.
And I'm just keeping it real, bro. And y'all know, because I would have told OC in a minute
Right.
But I was like, I'm seeing it, bro. I see the vision. So anyway, I didn't mean to cut you off, Law. The final word is so fire.
Right on.
These five words are fire. So I just had to go ahead. I'm sorry.
And he was 1,000% right last year with Tyler Smith. You know, I had to sit back and say, you know what? From now on, I'm just going to lean on his judgment with that after he said that he did his homework. Yeah. So now that he's saying that he's talking about Carter in the same light, then I'm going to have to lean on him. Of course, we as guys, we're going to pick and poke at each other. Man, that's what we do. We're supposed to do that. Yeah. And if this show was everybody agreeing with everybody, man, it won't be this long, right? It'll be 30 minutes and we get on up out of here. Right. And, you know, so we don't do that here. We like to challenge each other, push each other. And I promise you tonight, we're going to be looking at more and more film so that we can be ready when draft day comes, because we're going to have the same chemistry. And other shows may do other things, but the chemistry won't be like this, because we'll be able to pull things together and be able to have it with contrast. And that's what we bring to the table out here on the Final Word draft season. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all continue to help grow this thing. Hey, we're going to throw a party when we get them 100K is right around the corner, baby. Them 6 figures right around the corner, baby. So
yeah, I'll be flying down to Texas. When you get your 100K,
shots of penny.
And guess what? Hey, Law, remember, when I come down there, since you big money now, you paying.
Oh, I got you on something. You know what I mean? Come on through, man. Let's have a good time. Let's have a great time.
Yeah,
and let's get
celebration,
it the best
baby.
way possible. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Drop it. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go.
It's time to
give me my theme music.
I love it. Ooh, them bugs dope, bro.
I just wanna
love it.
Can we check or something?
Maybe I just want to run it up. Good night, y'all. One love.
I've been really in the field, not a rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal, have to take it to.
And if it was up to me, if it was up to little old me to make a pick,
that music,
it would probably go a little something like this. And with the 17th pick of the 2020 Dallas Cowboys NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb. Oh.
I will move down.
The smart thing would be to move down, but the Cowboys historically don't.
Boss could be a trade down here with Justin. We got to trade. We got to trade.
We got to trade. I said it's the place to move.
We were just sitting here talking Justin Fields.
I said it loud and clear. This is the place to move down.
Go hard, go home, go home, go hard, go home, go hard, go home.
Another one.
Go hard, go home. Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, go home, go home.
I love Parsons as a rush defensive end, right? If you draft him and you put him on the end, turn him into another DeMarcus Ware. Let him rush the quarterback, get upfield, and create damage to the other opposing offense.
We got the pick.
Man, here it is.
We got the pick.
Yeah, this gotta be Parsons. Like, Parsons the best player available.
Go home. Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head, I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, now you're looking man down. Funny how foes turn to friends now.
So the Cowboys just selected Jake Ferguson with pick 129. Hey, I'm good. I love the pick. I love the player. I know that a lot of people will say that this is probably a reach. This is about where I had Jake Ferguson. Really solid player from Wisconsin. He can do all of it. He can block. He can run routes. He can actually make people miss in the open field.
Have a race car like a Atari now. Call filling up, I need product again. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Do me wrong, might slide on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich. I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, or go home. Go home. Go hard, go hard, or go home. Go hard, go hard, or go home. Go hard, go hard, or go home. Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard.